could, I would tell you in the flesh, but I would never find the right words when it happens. When it comes to moving on, I can't. It's hard for me to package a better rap. Check. Where there ain't no smog that'll saturate lungs, is the view from the top that'll captivate tongues. I'm speaking to one, but not the babbling type. It's the glory hallelujah at the end of the climb. That's pinnacle. All of the cynical forgotten. Whenever I examine the glory of God's blossom, beauty, change, things of Los Angeles. Suburban rapper can never fathom with his calculus. Found my soul fading in the comfort. I'm gazing as I wondered, like, what happened to the color? I had to leave it and let my belief to lead me to these lavender sweet peas, blue sky and green leaves. It's the natural state. I take it God wants me in my natural state. So I thank you for every good time. It's time for me to go, but it isn't goodbye. Hold up, it only feels like yesterday. It only feels like yesterday. Hey, hey, hey. It only feels like yesterday. Got a lot on my mind that I wanna say, but goodbye isn't one of those thoughts, okay? No man's a plateau peninsula, nomad indigenous. We gotta keep it intimate, like mission into Nineveh. It's difficult, I know, to walk into a place feeling similar to home, but I found that people to love, learn from, people to hope, trust, return to, people to fight for. I'm down for you. I really wish that I could stick around for you. I just wish that my actions would accurately capture the love that I have for you. Madly I ask your forgiveness. The fact that I'm distant, been it all my life and my God's still fixing. Isn't many reasons for the road to come to town, for the flower in the autumn lifting arms into the clouds. But you know at the moment that you're around it, I never knew what I was missing till I found it. It only feels like yesterday. It only feels like yesterday. Hey, hey, hey. It only feels like yesterday. Got a lot on my mind that I wanna say, but goodbye isn't one of those thoughts, okay? Goodbyes are cold when the hope is forgotten. Hold to the option to flow my synopsis. Mask and distract all the palpable agony. Tossing in bed like the mattress is stabbing me with a fork in the road. We all know where we gotta go. Our paths might intersect, overlap. Let's be happy about the times when that happens. Let's be glad that we met, it's divinity. Don't forget we together in infinity. Though we may separate, disconnect, remember that the paths come together in the end. It ain't a goodbye, it's more like see you there. Until then, I'll keep you lifted in my prayers. So love God, let's love one another. This is dedicated to my sisters and my brothers, come on. It only feels like yesterday. It only feels like yesterday. Come on. It only feels like yesterday. It only feels like yesterday. Hey. It only feels like yesterday. It only feels like yesterday. Yeah. Got a lot on my mind that I wanna say, but goodbye isn't one of those thoughts. Promise. A.R. Little Rock, St. Vincent, ADH, J. Joss, All Nations, Fish Link, IFO, 501, 3 North, TB. To my Pinoy ballers, the game goblins, writing parties, for every listening party, for every potluck and Bible study, Monday night basketball, Friday night magic. It only feels like yesterday.
Mindful, considerate, mind so deliberate. The spirit in the finger to the spindle and the synthesis. Constituents consist of all space, time, and matter. Despite the infinite, to him my life is all that matters. Flattery invalid, all the glories, the entitlement. Violent advancement of the kingdom through discipleship. Battle not with weapons, knife and shining sniper. We battle with the harp, synthesizer, and a cipher. Beautiful the drama that unfurls upon the world. Time mortality was worthless and the tragedy was killed. Unsuitable insurgents, birthed from out the dirt, became an anointed for the purpose of your majesty fulfilled. Masterpiece, action speaks louder than the sermons in the parable that reach into the heart of the oppressed. It cries when it beats. Passion of a father, how he died for his sheep. Now praise him.
To the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Oh, my soul, praise him, for he is thy health and salvation. All ye who hear, now to his temple draw near. Praise him in glad adoration.
Yo, and now the sea's partitioned with affection, and the storm now ceases to alarm me. You forgive the criminals and re-enlist me, the defector. Place your own robe around me and you arm me. There is none that can parallel your artistry. There is nothing more beautiful and holy. We are mere image bearers, like a mirror representing but a sliver of your imminence, insulting. Like broken alabaster pottery, a lacking comprehension, necessary introspection to explain your definition of an offering. My righteousness is garbage. Worship isn't worship if humility's in bondage. So give it all, not just the fruit but the roots. The air up in the room, the lyrics in the booth, the tears and in the gloom, the fears are near the tomb. This is the adoration in the spirit and the truth. Let's practice.
The Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Oh, my soul, praise him, for he is thy health and salvation. All ye who hear, now to his temple draw, near. Praise him in glad
Almighty, King of creation, we will give praise, we will give praise, we will give praise. My salvation, we will give praise, we will give praise, we will give praise. King of creation, we will give praise, we will give praise, we will give praise. My salvation, we will give praise, we will give praise, we will give praise.
to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation.
Almighty, King of creation,
The Almighty, the King of
all my soul, my salvation. We will give Almighty, King of creation,
for he is thy health and
all my soul, my salvation. I can lean back. But then I opened up my life and then I let him in. Already looked into my heart and then he took it out and emptied it. Carrying the promise, instituted Anna Benjamin and burying the past and made the future sing the requiem. Hip-hop is dying. I'm a nurse with a license, stays by the bedside administering vitamins, giving him the Vicodin, checking out the vital signs, reps in a minute, pulse temperature and Fahrenheit. Training in my carousel, suckers in my caramels for training with my rapier and crushing every parallel. Enemy armada, steady aiming with a glare of hell. I sneak aboard the harvest, set a flame to every caravel. I rip darkness in every single maledict and everything malicious while the mandible is stripped with a spirit-filled lyric, patterned like an algorithm, hungry for the word, catalyst of my metabolism. Sinners in the air, lingering in secrecy. Elevate your arms and accept the frequencies. I fight systems, ripping through its circuitry until the day I'm lifted to eternity. Rich in the Lord, but I can't afford the failure. And I am not an artist, I'm the canvas of the painter. Sin is my nature, my destiny is greater. The devil tried to steal it, but I stuck aboard the freighter. Focus on the Lord, more lovelier than sterling. Supply you like the overlord that hovers over Zergly. Knowledge is the opium, my overdose of learner. So data with an opus that'll overload the server. Ever since an embryo, endocrine, estrogen, separate umbilicus connected with the breast and then projected to development. Every step of Erickson, complexity of Oedipus, I'm stepping up the parasite. Lesson for the adolescent, learning with a lack of depth, electrical activity, adapting the synaptic cleft. The point is that Ecclesiastes said it. Without the love of Christ, homie, all of life is meaningless. By the time you bet I'll start doing your check, no half stepping all in with God's music. Holding fake cards, your bluffs, I'll call through it. I'm holding face cards, plus they're all suited. And I'm just getting started. You can feel it burning and emerging with a curvature that beats the current nervous system. Cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, purposeful, classic, work hard, patience. Open up your heart and let him feel the vena cave. Flame to polarize until it infiltrate the chain. My heart failures wailing for a savior. He brought me back to life with that baby in a manger. Learning how to chase it with complete consideration of my every single labor. To worship the creator. So I'm a state spitting with a sick configuration and a quickening like babies that be signaling for later. This is my flavor, beats, rhymes, and fader. And I'ma keep trying and each time is greater. Let go of lust, you eyes who hold daily. It takes more than blindness to make you see clearly. Sudden reappraisal of what used to be irrelevant develops into truth that is the basis of my presence. I make destiny, then I put my hand in her. Walking down a staircase, held up to a banister. Grace is now available, opera at a chancellor. Let the light shine, now I modify the aperture. And I try to pay the wages of my fingers. Even bullets came blazing when he pushed them out the way for me. When the dust settled, the only thing plain to see was the bloody cross that was standing in the vacancy. I was once blind, the only thing plain to see was the bloody cross that was standing in the vacancy. Extraordinary. So am I extraordinary? And am I extraordinary? And am I extraordinary? Listen, time unravels the layers we need to hide the scars. The rhyme enables the prayer to see the silent star. I bury destiny, I scoop a shovel full of dirt and roots a tunnel through the earth, entombed in rubble full of work. I knock twice to be polite with no answer. I camp beside your man, a man part of my manners. I visited your broken heart and it was skipping beats. She wages inner war to aid in finding missing piece. Believe I'd lead that search party and speak to those demons, defeat your cursed heartbeat. Dance with the rain, relieve your burnt heartbeat. You bleed so deceived, you seem to hurt hardly. Go on, sell the irony and romance. She laughed when the aim was held her tight like a slow dance. And it was never part of your plan. I fear your hell, but you melt while you're felt by its cold hand. Lots of compartments starting to get rusty. Your secrets might suffocate, sister. The closet stayed permanently shut since the day you lost custody of your true self. Now I miss her. Now I'm locked in this thought, deciphering combinations. But how am I ever gonna solve her? And no amount of thunderbolts will ever stop me contemplating. I just wanna say I love you, but I'll know I'll sound awkward. Mask it, it's all solved now. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Mask it, it's all solved now. Ashes, ashes. Username pass as she opens the lock. Watch time flies, now she floats with the clock. Hands on a mouse, other prop in a chin. Monitors the abyss and it's tossing a ring. Now pop come the images of friends and factions. Craft manufactured with trends and fashion. Models, actress, so hot and attractive with aspects flawless. Dolls made out of plastic. She want attention, she feeling so empty. Wanna be mentioned, she wanna feel sexy. She gave her all, never giving enough, cause she felt her profile wasn't skinny enough, and she felt like her face wasn't pretty enough. So she buried the truth behind makeup, and now she's watching her reflection through a fake into the ocean. Waves undertake the mutilation of emotion, and so comes the self-conscious monster, chomping on her arms, scarring God's artwork, acting like daughters of incompetent fathers, like your life stories by a somnolent author. And never ceases to amaze me in pieces I am breaking, sticking in this tank while this blood is barely wasting. Your stomach quaking, my heart is dissipating as you lock your arms and embrace the undertaking. Take it into context, dog, you're so complex, looking so honest when you're called of onset. Even death can rest inside that JPEG. She gave her heart away, forget the rib cage. A worse synonymous with a common abusing. Now I wonder if it's worth really being a cutie. There's nothing sweet about big batter and bruising. Girl, stop now when a fake standards of beauty. Far from ever judging, but promise that you'll trust me. I feel like every awkward interaction isn't something that'll validate my love for you. I don't know how to prove it. I wanna be your brother, I just don't know how to do it. And opportunities came and I refuse to take them. Forget the expectations. Yes, all I'm saying is that time ever had regrets, you bet that I would take it back. Tell you what I thought the very second that it came to pass. Smile for me, it's not like it's a sad song. My head knocks, now I'm sorry, but I can't stop. You're wonderful and you don't have to put that act on. You're beautiful and you don't have to put that mask on. Ashes, ashes, it's all solved now. Mask after mask, they will all burn down. Ashes, ashes, it's all solved now. Mask after mask, they will all fall down. Ashes, ashes, it's all solved now. Mask after mask, they will all burn down. Ashes, ashes, it's all solved now.
You know the rest. Yo, 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 yo. I've been doing a lot of thinking for this one right here. Let's go. And this track right here, let's just say, this is long overdue.
Yo, show me where the levee is. Let's sit and watch the river as it flows with a consistency I wish we could pursue. And though the pain is evident, this journey was a requisite. I feel a certain heaviness, I know you feel it too. My body weakens when these memories spontaneously break into my brain. Ironic how the pain is amplified like a speaker when the times contemplated were the days that were great. Now it's all that remains. Look, there's something special, something simply unforgettable about the simple gathering, living and intentional. I'm sitting with a pen and thought a statue on its pedestal, written down the memories that stashed it in my envelope. So here's a memo and a billion copper pennies representing every thought I had for you. It's not for spending, but I'm spent and I'm ending my attempts of assertiveness and praying to my father that his will ain't misinterpreted. These mistakes, that's how I'm learning it. I hate change, but that's what inertia is. I made a table from the pain that overdosed my conscience, broke my fist and then I wrote this bloody poem on it. Show me to the trail that'll take us to the waterfall. Listen to the metaphor, learn from its example. Even though we fall, we should always be transparent. Even though we crash, we will always be majestic. Watch me discipline my patience like a finger to the parchment. The fire in my heart just seemed to flicker in the darkness, trading in my passion for the sake of the tradition. Beat my body for the mission, but the payment was my vision. Yo, I know I'm young, but I know something wasn't feeling right. The sacrifice should never keep me weeping in my sleep at night. I miss the line like a lady losing focus, holds her baby on her shoulder with a case of scoliosis. We're getting close, but never close enough to open up. I'm getting cold, but never close enough to warm me up. This one's for everybody hiding in the secrecy, for every week of being weak without you seeing it, for every inconsistent moments asking if it's worth it. I forgive that I could count on your discouragement. God forbid, perhaps I sicken you with honesty, and I forgive that you withheld your reciprocity. You ever feel the pain of weeping with sincerity to find that not a single drop released was taken seriously? Have you ever chose to chase the passion in your heart, flaming matches in the dark, making action from a spark, ignite the fear and vanish, scrape the ashes so the diamond shines, only in the end just to be criticized. I just can't reach the expectations set by everybody else when I hardly could fulfill the ones I'm setting for myself. Yeah, let's have another meeting, let's talk about the plan, let's discuss how we'll advance, let's entrust it in his hands. I'm sorry for my apathy, I've been suppressed lately. I haven't been myself, I know I've been so stressed lately. I know what real darkness is, road is long and arduous. The yoke is hard and parted for the scarring on my cartilage. Locked in warring, the casualty is open growth. I'm battling with emptiness, my family is broke, and I just wanna talk just seems you're busy praying. We're swimming in an ocean and it's hard to stay afloat. I'm sinking from the drowning, so I floated to the coast, and then I walked upon the dock, and now I'm waiting for the boat. I'm here to help, so here's a pair of empty shoulders. Let me take upon the load, ignore the fact my soul is broken. It's best to settle if we can't defeat the elements, when comfort is an easy price to pay to be irrelevant. So what happened? You wonder for my absence. My answer is pointing to the fact it's my sadness and sin. I can't even manage my skin to fake being intact, the scars from within. I needed help badly, and pity doesn't do it, nor the singing over music when your actions ain't congruent. I'm sorry, I love you, but it sucks that I'm so insecure. Even when I showed my heart, bled it out, poured, but I never saw yours. I never saw yours. I'm all grown up, yet I'm so immature. The nuisance it will tailor. I'm stupid with emotions. If this Kuya was a failure, then this truth is my atonement. I never know the right words to say. I can't control myself standing face to face. I'm a coward, so I just can't speak at all. And this is why I love to write these stupid freaking songs. And I just wanna say I freaking miss my family. I cherished every moment we all had of being happy. I wish that we could fix the petty grudges that we're holding. I wish that we forgive each other's faults before it's too late. It wasn't your fault. I promise that I pray for you. Your memory embedded in my brain every day for you. I'm here for you. I love you, and I swear that's what I'm here to do. I'd sacrifice whatever if it makes the gospel clear to you. If God would grant me peace, well then I promise I would stay for you. If I were called to fight for this, I promise I would trade for you. If the game is life or death, so then I promise I would play for you. And even though I'm gone, I freaking promise I remain for you. So show me where the levee is, let's sit and watch the river as it flows with a tranquility that softens up the pavement. I think the rain is coming, wash away the heaviness. You'll always be a blessing to my life. You will always be famous. We will always be famous. You will always be famous. We will always be famous. Let's go. And this song goes out to my generation, and for every generation that will follow. I tell you this: do not let anyone look down upon you because you are young. Through him you can do all things. Keep moving. Yo, listen up. How is it possible that God himself adopted me, and audibly he called me to an odyssey that altered me? Full autonomy, responding to the prophecy to stomp upon hypocrisy and squashing all idolatry. Armor agape, no karma can stop me when grace is upon me. Face it, my faith is alarming. It takes failure to know success. The coldest death is best to provoke his breath. Yes, it's a story of antiquity in form of glory. An empty catacomb and lifted up his category. I saw my shadow and it offered me an apple, so I traveled to the ground with my back to the gravel. And I will spread faith with every sample on the fader. My destiny is great, but the battle's even greater. Conducting metamorphosis of maladies and felonies. Resounded from the balcony to mezzanine. This song is dedicated to the one who's broken hearted now. Get up, just get up, get up. To the victim of injustice, the hopeless and guarded. Get up, just get up, get up. To the brother trying to cover his corruption and addiction. Get up, just get up, get up. To the sister with syringes stripped of her significance. Get up, get up, get up, get up. And when they tell you that you're nothing, better drop those lies. And look them straight into the eye, watch me fly. And when they tell you that you're nothing, better drop those lies. And look them straight into the eye, watch me fly. Watch me fly, watch me fly. Let it shine now, watch me fly. Watch us fly, watch us fly. Let it shine, let's light up the sky. I used to question my identity, like was I ever meant to be infested with a sentiment of severing my destiny? I always thought I had a purpose, but I never saw it. I always thought I had a meaning, but I never sought it. Camaraderie is hardly a commodity when trust is your issue, your volume and novelty. Fought to guard my secrets, I don't want your peace. I'll keep my depression, keep pornography. I won't open up, I won't break it down. My yoke isn't tough, I don't need you now. But deep down, my very soul lives a lie. Knack, how you doing? I'm doing just fine. Countless torrents of soundless torment while my heart was pouring, but my mouth was dormant now. Sorrow my body started aching. God, hallowed be your name. Sorry, Father, make this pain end. Like an orphan in garments whose home is this carpet, broken in darkness, alone and so heartless. And could you open up my heart without a question or comment? And could you tell me that there's hope, and could your message be honest? And could you look into my mind without the nausea of vomit? And could you love me like a brother and forever and promise? Yeah, how is it possible that God himself adopted me through my brothers and sisters who stopped for me? Thank you for caring, it gave me life. Thanks for your love, you saved my life. I won't stop now, I'm made to fight, I won't drop now. I'm made for flight, watch me fly now. Do I make you proud? Watch me rise now. I ain't coming down, it's the beginning now. I shout with an arm flexed, conquering the darkness. Peace and God bless. Watch me fly, watch me fly. Let it shine, let's light up the sky. Watch me fly, watch me fly. Let it shine, now light up the sky. Watch me fly, watch me fly. Let it shine, let's light up the sky. Watch us fly, watch us fly. Let it shine, let it shine.
Check it out, check it out. Yo, so here I am again. My scalpel is a pen. I'm dissecting every sentence to unravel what's within. This battle never ends, and I've been grappling ever since. There were days I couldn't walk as if my tassel never switched. And now I figure that the mission's only bigger. I'm fixed upon the vision, but division's only bitter. I drifted, then I slipped into the fissure of my prison. But before I even hit it, he delivered my forgiveness. Yeah, I took the train and made my way into the city, cause the traffic makes me think more than I want to. I'm waiting for a stranger, that'll be my revelation, cause my brain is too dishonest for its own good. Look, I'm 23, still naive to the procedures, like asking for a show of hands to seats of open bleachers. I'm hardly confident, at least I'm only eager to try to make a leader out this heap of broken features. Yeah, I said I'm trying to make a leader. Look, every time I played entangled with the slavery, I always faked away to set examples with my bravery. I'm so ashamed, change generates so painfully. Father, take the yeast, Father, take it out my bakery. I want strength, now I'm chasing with relentless effort. That'll desolate my selfish independence. Made it on my own, but I know I could've grown to the man that he wanted, but I chose to be alone. Hey yo, my will to be correct, it's like the spring without the daisies. The will in my reflections like a swing without a base hit. At 23, I never thought I'd stumble while I've aimlessly spilled my recollection of the things I never say to me. I find it's cute as how deluded you produce conclusions. Think you're rooted, yet obscure with your secluded movements. You're pretty stupid looking, thinking that you're suited, but your 7 deuces is useless on the river, and you're fruitless. Who you fooling? Who you kidding? Why you trying to lie? Where you looking? What's your mission? What you trying to hide? And from the start I knew these words were never mine. And from the heart I knew these rhymes were never mine. Broken like the fixture of silver that trimmed the mirror when the fear of my interior split it into its slivers. More than just the battle, truly every waking moment's like the blues, and every wave like vaguely adjacent to it. I know it's foolish, but expecting takes practice. I took upon my faith, equipped and dispatched it. God granted passage and seas for thick masses, wishing for a spectrum in the midst of pitch blackness. Form a sense of preparation turns illusion when the milestones are too large to lift than they used to. Can't live without you, my God, I wanna face you. 23 prayers from a kid who loves to break. And please forgive me for the arrogance that scars me, and bear within me fruit on every terrace of my heartbeat. Take my selfish and turn it into selfless, and show me the true meaning of repentance. I wanna give praise to your name, but distracted by praises of others. Change my aim, lens, focus and shudder. Please forgive the fact that times my faith is trapped in the gutter. Please forbid the act of sin patience and pride. Forgive those anchors that lay deep inside. I wanna be the man you called me to be, and experience the freedom how you bought it for me. Talking is cheap, so Father, put your arms around me, so I could show them through my life of how you're conscious of me. Bless my family, fans, and all my friends, and show yourself again and again. Amen. And amen.
It's a place of the imagination.
Let's go. My name is NAK. If y'all wondering what it stands for, it doesn't really stand for anything. Nice to meet you. I'm a really sensitive guy, trust me. So here we go, here we go, here we go.
Check, yo, time unravels the layers. We need to hide the scars. The rhyme enables to raise, to feed the silent hearts. I dream the least of these will reach into the highest star. See the galaxy and gleam across the sky of Mars. We all broken, but together we are priceless shards. Life's a masterpiece, I'm trying to follow, find a start. Yeah, and this place is so dangerous. The moon hides away, his face is so ashamed of us. Far from perfect, and the little girls are hurting. Scars furnishing the surface like their skin and hearts are worthless. Burning, her face into the sour backhand. Since when did man turn into a coward's last stand? A true man abandons the cannon he can't man, and handles humility down a path he can't plan. Time is of the essence to empower rap fans, so my hands will make a castle with the hourglass sand. Time's running out, time's running out. Time is of the essence to empower rap fans. Yeah, time's running out, time's running out. So my hands will make a castle with the hourglass sand. Time's running out, time's running out. Time is of the essence to empower rap fans. Yeah, time's running out, time's running out. So my hands will make a castle with the hourglass sand. Hey yo, time has just been moving way too fast for me lately, man. So let's slow it down just a little bit. Hey yo, approach the homeless while I'm gloating in this coat of arms. I know it's hard, this snow is harsh, I got a frozen heart. It's so cold, it got me closing up these open arms. I play the hand that's dealt to me, they look like hopeless cards. Cursed inheritance, projecting all my arrogance to shoot up into heaven. Now it's raining dead seraphim. Like a kitten be kicking up all a yarn. I got grace in my heart, my chest, legs and arms. It hurts to learn the truth when it surfaces above. I'm lurking in my blood from the person that I love. Better context, drawing the connection. My effort for success is for blessing my whole collective. Striving for perfection is a never-ending lesson. Dedication, no reception to the funeral procession. Time for the succession, I'm here to lead the chosen like Moses. With faith that provokes an ocean open. So make way, you clouds, the sun is coming out. So put down your grudges, cause time is running out. God made the sky, the sun is coming out. And birds to forgive, cause time is running out. Farewell to the night, the sun is coming out. Ends all the hate, cause time is running out. Grace is renewed when the sun's coming out. So let's learn how to love, cause time is running out. Time's running out, time's running out. Time's running out, time's running out. Cause time's running out, time's running out. Cause time's running out, time's running. Time's running out, time's running out. Time's running out, time's running out. Cause time's running out, time's running out. Cause time's running out, time's running.
It's a place of the imagination.
Special delivery, consider this a victory speech. I'm a king and you geeks, start kissing the feet. Fake cats in the evening, catch a clip in your sleep. Stay prints on your my feet fly. Techniques are raw, make sushi look deep fried. Speech organized like an elite crime. Steeds refined before I can read lines. Didn't come overnight, experience needs time. Need rhymes plus skill, be sweeter than key lines. Drop the key ingredients, making the heat rise. Possibilities are endless, but a knack eats pride. It's the essence and it's deeper than appearance, y'all. The independent scene is reaching through your speaker, dog. Never-ending legacy, passing the lyrics on to the sky like we cast in a spirit. Check it's like a hard right, left to your sight check. It's like Shoy Wu can make you feel like a light vest. Your hits won't blow, more like a light breath. Russian vampires, yo wanna bite next. So don't mind me, I'm just out here to damage ya. Rappers get sprayed, don't meddle with my canister. Atomist, burning galaxies is on my calendar and making smoke rise like medical mechanica. Full metal alchemist out here to merge it when transmuting these whack MCs without a circle. Breaking the limits of the game like a curfew. Fighting to my ultimate weapon be turning purple. First and last name, quick picture of your face erased. I am God, got me lighting the place. I push rap forward, I'm a talented engine who mastered the Rasengan in a matter of seconds. It's the essence and it's deeper than appearance, y'all. The independent scene is reaching through your speaker, dog. Never-ending legacy, passing the lyrics on to the sky like we cast in a spirit bomb. It's the essence and it's deeper than appearance, y'all. The independent scene is reaching through your speaker, dog. Never-ending legacy, passing the lyrics on to the sky like we cast in a spirit bomb. It's the essence and it's deeper than appearance, y'all. The independent scene is reaching through your speaker, dog. Never-ending legacy, passing the lyrics on to the sky like we cast in a spirit bomb.
Chemical reaction featuring this is what we came to do.
Check it out, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Go.
I wanna demonstrate. Let me demonstrate love. You wanna demonstrate love? Let's demonstrate. Yeah, we came to demonstrate. Let's demonstrate what it's like to be loved.
Yo, show 'em.
In a world of push and shove, I shove back, not using physical might that might just push someone over the edge or even to crack, unless it's just what you need to succeed. Let me proceed to speak my mind in peace and love. Piece together what can bless and build your heart. Kill the parts that aren't relevant to living. Just wanna give all I can, give all that I am physically able to, and then push past. Show love to the world in truth. God, please help me be living proof that your love extends beyond the stars to those that need to know you and see what it's like when the whole world is shaking. It's easy for faith to get shaken, cause and effect in a place where things will break. The heart of those with lost loved ones may come undone, and some may run, others may stop in mid-motion, unable to move like a record skipping a groove, stuck in a loop. This is the moment where you need to choose. Do I lose all composure, or is it time to let what's happening bring out the best in me? Yes, circumstance can help you see clarity of how we pursue the future. What the real priorities are present themselves quickly now with passion. Most are asking, God, where do I fit in after all this devastation? By surprise, the water came and took so many people and places, gone without a trace. It's mind-boggling when you're in the same country but not on the scene. Can't call your loved ones just into the children. You wanna demonstrate hope, then stand when it's toughest. Trust that it's worth it. You wanna demonstrate love, then put in work and words. Get to know who you're loving. You wanna demonstrate hope, then stand when it's toughest. Trust that it's worth it. You wanna demonstrate love, then put in work and words. Get to know who you're loving.
Circle the city 7 times as I'm calling on the heavens. The walls of animosity be falling for the better. God's a modern artist and he's drawing us together. So brother, it's time to demonstrate regardless of the weather. Unity tends to consent hysteria. Love them like my own fam, friends and carriers. Pour my heart out to every anguished area, knowing that love breaks language barrier. So I give it all I can.
ever have been. Not quite sure what it even means. Sometimes I lose my faith in him, yeah. But I'm comforted in knowing that even though I'm sinful, the Lord knows in advance that I'm trying to do better. And though it ain't easy, I won't waste my chance.
Yeah. Exponential increments, we elevate the vision with precision. Add the rhythm instrumental to the lyricist. Energy is filling from the cellar to the ceiling. Turn you into Helen Keller, cause the way that you be feeling it. Illustrate love with every color and deliverance to every single kingdom and every one of its villages. I'm in the business of appraising your significance. Administer provisions for the sick and the afflicted. Rhyming for your wisdom. Time is in submission. It's a critical decision for a spiritual revision. Unity and faith is the basis of the mission. We be bridging up the distance of the spiritual division. Sin is like cancer, put it in remission and cutting the cell division and bluffing you come and get it. I'm like a chemist that combining basic elements of faith, hope, love for every neighbor, every relative, every tongue, every knee, waiting on the heavens. But until the day comes, art makes it all relevant. Check, I got a job to do. I demolish the obstacles that block your view. Like a doctor, I'll open your obstacles, conquer impossible with a God in you. And there's one of two ways where you gotta choose, so you better pick up, cause he's calling you. Yo,
open up your eyes and let him lead the way.
Open up, y'all. Open up, y'all. Open up, yeah.
Find a silver line in each and every time you pray. Open up your eyes and let him lead the way. You'll find a silver line in each and every time you pray. The ones who strayed into the dark, lost alone with heavy hearts, should know there's always hope for those who seek, yeah.
The lesson is the lesson, the complexity indefinitely. Insecurity is steady, wrecking me in seconds for me. Hollywood is telling me I ain't nothing special, especially the fact that I'm not physically pleasant. See, my statue lack of density, I need an anti-remedy. And if I wanna rap, I need tax and a felony. Every blog post out that makes me feel cuddly and points out the fact that I'm just real ugly. I wanna tell you that this love is superficial, but I'm hypocritical, cause even I'm feeling miserable. But what would happen if we loved each other? What would happen if we dropped it and hugged each other? Despite our dirt and all our hurts, what would happen if we knew the truth about our worth? Is it misunderstanding or grand deception? Let's start understanding instead. One more time, yo.
Open up your eyes and let him lead the way.
Lead the way, y'all. Everybody now.
Find a silver line and every time you pray. Ones who strayed into the dark, lost alone with heavy hearts. You should know there's always hope.
You should know.
Who seek,
Don't act like you don't know.
who seek, yeah.
Word up. NAK. Manta. Evan Awake. Yo, I'm just gonna let the beat breathe a little bit. And we out. And we out. Peace. NAK. It feels so good to be back. I think it's time to bring the people back to life on this one. Ha! Let's show them how we do it. Let's give it to them. Yo, once dead, rise from the water heat to the psalmist. Swamped, you can barely see the reeds in a tall mist. The hug from a stranger, the scene of a prom kiss. Love so subtle like in the car win. I bring forth the peace, therefore incomplete. We all play a part, prepare unity. Make haste with great strength like bodies of boxers. Seize opportunities like bodies of aqua. Cause life is a test and it's truly the hardest. I try my best to keep the truth apart from the tar pits. Lessons work best when it's rooted in hardship. It takes a wise man to find beauty in darkness. And flesh always follows the road the mind takes. Without dope I will lead to a high place. But evil advances the moment I stray. Devil asked me to dance but I told him I'm straight. So let's choose life, let's choose life. Throw your arms in the sky now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Leave your past out of sight now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Everybody has one now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. And we've only begun now, let's choose life. So let's choose life, let's choose life. So throw your arms in the sky now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Leave your past out of sight now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Everybody has one now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. And we've only begun now, let's choose life. More addicting than a drug is the taste of your purpose. The face of a servant with the faith in his service. It takes more than will to face pain and endurance. Greatness equates to the grace in a person. Crave for the vision like a blind man's wish. A man comes along to mix grind man spit. How sweet be the sound of amazing grace. Once blind and this wretch be in crazy shape. What laughs round Jericho, walk when he talks, and then lifts up his brother's bench press with his cross. Freedom's never won, but to some it can't too. Without Trinity, it's just something you can't do. Solomon will shiver to consider the bright rose. Picture the river sugar-coated in white snow. Superficial beauty never passed through time's flow. And Corpus ain't alive even though it's in nice clothes. So let's choose life, let's choose life. Throw your arms in the sky now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Leave your past out of sight now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Everybody has one now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. And we've only begun now, let's choose life. So let's choose life, let's choose life. So throw your arms in the sky now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Leave your past out of sight now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. Everybody has one now, let's choose life. Let's choose life, let's choose life. And we've only begun now, let's choose life. Red blue sky hovers horizon. I slice through the winds like tigers in alignment with straggling gazelles as I paddle with these legs over hills, over swells while I calibrate these brakes. I tighten every nut while placing tension on the chain. This bike's like the oxygen that freshens up the brain. I'm climbing in velocity like toddlers as they walk and see the world in exploration while they're shocked at their autonomy. It stimulates my body like a shot of strong coffee as my eyes in the setting sun connected like apostrophe. The wind skims my face like a finger on the page of a book while the reader's picking up the key phrases. Ride full force if I fall and eat pavement. And if I get called, he can probably re-raise it. The sun's about to set, the sky is repainted. I can't discriminate the color, that would be racist. Pedal through the darkness, I'm out to see places. But live with no regret, no doubts and restatements. And if I could, I'd sum my life up in 3 statements. Love me, love now, ride now, replay. And there's no such thing as backpedaling, is there? Cause if your guard's down, life is far from a fixed gear. No such thing as backpedaling, is there? We all fall down, life's hardly a fixed gear. No such thing as backpedaling, is there? Cause if your guard's down, life is far from a fixed gear. No such thing as backpedaling, is there? We all fall down, life is hardly a fixed gear. And all I know is that this life can be the straw to break the camel back. It's ought to be responsible for wrong and take account for that. Call and take a stand before the judge, but no amount of facts save you from the cages and the wages that the sinner tracks. And so he pedaled till his skin is cracked, hid behind his fantasy and rolled until his lips were so he doesn't need help. He's as free as the sky, he's fine. Just leave him with his mind and his bike. Defiance and plight, look inside him and find no kindness, reason or rhyming in sight. In a tone full of pride, he says my name is righteous. He claims he can pedal at the speed of lightning, gripped with both handles as he kicks with timing, with signing the edge of the canyon rising. Finally, he left so every eye can see, while he soared above the crevice screaming, I am free. All jaws hit the floor and they began to worship the spectacle of man who commands his purpose. Suddenly in seconds all his speed was dropping, so he flapped with his legs till his knees were popping. Softly the audience fell in deep silence, then the man hit the ground with a crash so violent. The moral of the story is that a man can't commit to fly to heaven without ever landing abyss. There's no such thing as backpedaling games. His disciples went home, all pondered the same. Is this true freedom or it's all in his brain? I guess in the end even bikes have changed. This is either true freedom or it's all in my brain. I guess in the end even bikes have changed. And there's no such thing as backpedaling, is there? Cause if your guard's down, life is far from a fixed gear. No such thing as backpedaling, is there? We all fall down, life's hardly a fixed gear. No such thing as backpedaling, is there? Cause if your guard's down, life is far from a fixed gear. No such thing as backpedaling, is there? We all fall down, life is hardly a fixed gear. And no, there's no such thing as backpedaling, that's clear. We let our guard down, but I'm not gonna stand here. There's no such thing as backpedaling, it's clear. We all fall short, there's a God who can fix fear. No such thing as backpedaling, that's clear. We let our guard down, but I'm not gonna stand here. No such thing as backpedaling, it's clear. We all fall short, but there's a God who can fix fear. God who can fix fear. God who can fix fear.
Friends with a flight of steps upon an empty balcony and stepped into the surface of the mind. It must have been a while since she pouted with a face looking at me like you never call me knack, you never try. Another cold night on the top court, walking on the roof as I fall into another cracked tile. I always thought the moon could inspire you if your head's cocked sideways, so now it's looking like a fat smile. I'm sorry for neglecting you, I know it's been a while since we met face to face, eye to eye. Exhale the warm air, wipe the mirror to the soul as I tossed all my sorries to the sky. And I wonder if the stars ever sit on God's terrace and view me with an equal adoration. And I wonder if the thunder ever trembles at the grumble of the stomachs of a hungry generation. Another verse for meditation, a heart full of prayer, a pocket full of wishes for comments that fly by. Imagination nauseates upon all places and it vomits beneath the night sky. And these past few years been the toughest, plundering the comfort out of this rough mattress. I had a gathering with the father on the roof of the palace, reflects upon the tough chapters. Character development, deep plot and context. Discipline is currency for purchasing your progress. And not the cover and genre, but content's the constant revival from coffin to onset. I either have an allergy for symmetry or baffled at the beauty, captivated by the twinkle, the fashion of the infinite. I'm not the slightest inkling, but stars flicker reminiscence of the father blinking. Wings of an eagle, I'll uplift the people with freedom and healing that rests in the seek. Seek first the kingdom, now the tempest is seed. Voice in your soul is attempting to reach you. On the wings of an eagle, I'll uplift the people. Freedom and healing, it rests in the seek. Seek first the kingdom, now the tempest is seed. The voice in your soul is attempting to reach you. Pause and reflect, we forgot what we look like. Attempt to replicate, but never seem to look right. We bought a soul for whatever seems to look nice. We seek truth from the sunrise to good night. So praised by your praise in every lesson ever learned, as the warm summer breath comes caressing every word. The trail's full of hurt, though progression is uncertain. Have faith, he's directing every turn. Another confirmation, shooting star passes. I call upon his name, refueling a snuffed passion. While the act of a prudence of habits is hard when you lack practice and your stance stays past. So now I'm back to this movement of active improvement with passion so ruthless, trapped to induce it. Subdue comfort, atrophy of mind. I realize packed and stashed it all behind. Passage realized in the vanity of style. Just give me God's sky and a canopy of tile. My eyes feast on the blackest canvas. Time speaks, spinning on a backwards axis. It's like the planet
for the hope, for resounding the vocals. Abounds in the now, back down to the old school. Found in the mountains, drowns in the coast. But from man with a crown to the average itself. The tallest of the buildings, every province, every city. From the ground underneath to the top of the city. A tall squeal for hope, drowns audible grief. And wisdom's on the streets that she ought to be screaming. We seek for the meaning and bleed for the purpose. Deceiving our peers with the strength on the surface. Concealing the pain, so we spend and we purchase. Expensive and splurges, I'm still feeling worthless. I'm here to say if you're rising it's worth it. Scars only bring about straight to the dermis. Perfection involves every flame in the furnace. And true hope synonymous with pain and endurance. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. We will never let the dark times come to find us. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. But we will never let the dark times come to find us. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. We will never let the dark times come to find us. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. But we will never let the dark times come to find us. So rise and shine, reach into your destiny. Rise and shine, now repeat, this was meant for me. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. But we will never let the dark times come to find us. Now rise and shine, reach into your destiny. Rise and shine, now repeat, this was meant for me. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. But we will never let the dark times come to find us. I lack the consistency, crash systematically. Additionally addicted to illicit rationality. I'm visioning with my fingers as I'm sitting upon uncertainty. Extinguishing that certainly these images are murking me. I lurk about the outskirts of eternal burning furnace yearning. God reactivate my lack of pure discernment. If there's any other way, Father, take from me the chalice. He said that cowardice will never take me to the palace. And the townspeople laughed at my challenge to the dragon. The road is too narrow for the baggage that I'm dragging. My walk with God's lagging like a caravan and wagon. I feel like life's faster than the famine on a stallion. Trapped as I'm famished in backwardness of action. Extracting these passions in seconds of a fraction. Acted and poised to rejoice in these no courts. Speaks with authority, endorsed with no force. Closes the word lukewarm and so forth. So I don't even think that there's a point to this dull sword. And if it isn't Christ, tell me what is this post for? I just wanna see me transformed in this cold core. So light up my steps and I put my best forward. Never holding me back, I sever 7 fresh chords. Fractures the path to the road of my endeavors. And though you may have won the battle, this hope is mine forever. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. We will never let the dark times come to find us. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. But we will never let the dark times come to find us. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. We will never let the dark times come to find us. The sun needs to set way before it ever rises. But we will never let the dark times come to find us. And the sadness never ever gets the best of me. Revival is an essence, bringing death to every elegy. Mind of a child, open up the gates of heavenly. What's the use in logic when the truth is elementary? You're not a threat to me, taking back my destiny. Cultivate the roots and now it's blessing my heredity. So rise and shine, revival every morning. Cause hope is in the sun and that's exactly how it's meant to be.
God bless you, life. 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 God bless you, life.
Gentleman Juliet on a precipice. An energetic spirit meshed in critical gentleness. Poetic allegory with a visual elegance. Sort of heavy elements, split in physical sediment. Embedded on my dagger is indelible Latin. My travels shredding up the fabric. Setting Cape Dragon. Chivalry mastered with incredible passion. Centripetal slash into the head of a dragon. Embark upon the quest to wipe the dust from off the honor. And not a single foe will touch the luster off the armor. The honorary son to an everlasting father. Conquering the darkness with an alabaster jargon. You pervasive darkness, I'm your counteractive challenger. Who fuels the flaming hearts of righteousness in every champion. Full amalgamated with an everlasting caliber. You fools don't wanna do with the commander of Excalibur. So this is for my legion, this is for my lord. Your words are my reason, this'll be my sword. This is for my king and this is for my God. I live for every beat, now this'll be my heart. This is for my legion, this is for my lord. Lord, your words are my reason. This'll be my sword. This is for my king and this is for my God. I live for every beat, now this'll be my. So I comply upon the Lord's might. Fellowship and warm light. He molds the warrior with both intelligence and foresight. Brotherhood will cover shortcomings, restore height, ignore fright, charges to inevitable sword fight. Masterful, multilateral perception. He invested in my destiny. I fed it and I kept it. I built upon it, broke upon it, cut it and dissected. And in my bloody palms I held my heart with all its treasure. Coward to empowered, and I can't begin to fathom why frequently the seemingly sheepish I pick to battle. I beg to ask the question, my liege, in half a second my lead to my redemption. Lost focus and direction. The path of the kings is paved with sharp briar. I slash with my swings and blaze like harsh fire. Sparks fly, ricochet off the armed fighter. And through my sharp vision you'll find my heart's kinder. Truth at my waist, salvation on my face. Righteous breastplate with a shield full of faith. Voice of the MC, sword in his speech. I run with the beat, with the peace at my feet. Cause rap ain't a game, it's a battle for the soul. The walls of the mind, well fortified and cold. The method of the old couldn't even break a hole. I'd rather bat the catapult so low than I pull. The towers of battle will fall crumbling. The cowards and heartless are caught stumbling. Devour the darkness and all underlings, thundering beneath the earth, awakening the slumbering. You warriors rise and set the standard. You generals ride into the vanguard. A kingdom advancing and now it can't stop. Every heart alive now rise and put your heads up. So this is for my legion, this is for my Lord. Your words are my reason, this'll be my sword. This is for my king and this is for my God. I live for every beat, now this'll be my heart. This is for my legion, this is for my Lord. Your words are my reason, this'll be my sword. This is for my king and this is for my God. I live for every beat, now this'll be my heart. This is for my legion, this is for my Lord. Your words are my reason, this'll be my sword. This is for my king and this is for my God. I live for every beat, now this'll be my heart.
City love song, city love song. This is the city love song. City love song, city love song. This is the stress is so old, but the moon is still young. I adapt to the smog, developing steel lungs. That's a band in this life for just this one night. I'm on a date with an angel in silver shack ride. It's like my passion and actions are a magnet with opposite reactions. In fact, they're attracted. And I'm so infatuated with a soul so attractive. The beauty of her fashion, now Cupid's my assassin. Imagination, wanting more than it sees. I'm competing, so my essence be absorbing the steez. Take the keys from my jeans as we thrust to the street. Gas touch floor and the clutch will release. Now I'm stuck to the seat, me and gravity hug tight. I push back like I wasn't holding a gun right. A flood of insight when the mood is completed. The windows fully rolled down, the moon roof receded. Fitted in Adidas, be caressed by the speakers that's in through one ear with Bluetooth like features. And if the city is a forest and the buildings are the cedars, exploring every corner before the coroner sees us. Lone orator, finally found a companion, manifested in the barren metropolitan canyon. And the nightlight covers like a drape or a blanket. It ain't the same than what they got described in the pamphlet. Life's a soundtrack where my car goes faster. At a session with the city, then the tracks are mastered. Los Angeles attached to my heart like a lanyard. And when my car's in transit, these angels are the passengers. Maneuvering it faster through the tunnels and land bridges. Entranced by the lights, metaphysical backflipping. A mastiff for rap-ish, passion for handling. Craft that enamors these chicks with attraction. It's infinity, the city completing all of the symphony proficiently. But with these lyrics of my affinity, love sliced the air with precision through vicinities. Elegant and delicate agility and symmetry. And music is the session with speech we jam well with enough soul to make a jazz piece look stale. Let's ditch the safe side, tonight we take chance. Lost in the bliss till buildings can break down. So set the tone, baby, cause I wanna feel your breath alone. According to my tempo, my heart beats the metronome. Let me take the lead and you can follow full-hearted. Reciting you my song while you're singing me the harmony. It's Romeo and Juliet, so hold me closer, Juliet. I'm lonely, so I'm taking these emotions and I'm fooling it. I pray you fall from a tall place and fast too, cause that's the only way I can run fast and catch you. So attached to the woman standing in my mirror image. Imperfections, my only way of showing heroism. It's lyricism, simply cause I ain't the best addressing your poetry. Cause I ain't the best confessing love. Longing for what's better for my always and forever. And I'll be first to admit I'm a novice giving pleasure. And through the sickness of the winter to the summer's embrace, I
will get there, cause bliss makes time feel suspended in mid-air. Only there's a way that time can somehow be altered. I'll savor every moment till it turns into nostalgia. So meet me at the altar, I'm waiting with the services. Despite the nervousness, you know my love for you is permanent. I can't wait till we're alone, just your beauty with the sun. And I'll wait for you a poem with the lyrics turn to butterflies. You lullaby the best and inspiring the inner child in me. Preaching it so vibrantly, yeah, you're speaking so silently. It's sexy how you got me deciphering all the irony. If only I can carry a future inside a time machine. I'm in love with these angels, if these streets can talk, I'ma hug them till I'm just another piece of chalk. Your love's a firing squad, baby, fire at will. I pray that when I gaze into you, time would just stand still. This is not a song, it's a session of vomiting, purging my psychological stomach of all its troubles. I'm not as strong as I'm infected with iniquity, contributing this misery, my spirit's under rubble. Sitting now in this dimly lit expanse, I'm afflicted with reflections of my previous romantics. I held her hand but she was clearly in a trance. When euphoria was managed, she abandoned me and vanished. I need a feather that'll lead me to an angel, to restore me to the specimen who used to be so capable. I hear the message but I'm deaf into the context. Dilemma is complex, this chain is inescapable. I'm basting in a situation that's relatable, and yet my cellular is faced with limited activity. There's over 12 billion hands on this planet, but not one is extended to my vicinity. Literally, I need her now. Despite indefinite efforts to convince myself with every single lecture, just forget her. So watch me pull myself together with the help of Helter Skelter. Time really adapted to this padded shelter. You're really pretty, and I'm sure if I were normal, we would make a perfect couple with the cuddling and giggles. But notice that I'm a zombie, I'm infected with the virus, spilling words on this papyrus that are far from artificial. You're sympathetic, but I know you're hypocritical. These women are assassins underneath all the seduction. And in this market, I'm a hated politician, but my entourage is funded so you can't bring all those guns in. I'm not a pessimist, I could elaborate, and you be first to hear my story, cause no one was ever curious. It's not the fact that I'm not wishing for the best, just the best is something I don't think I've ever had experienced. I try to watch the sun rise, but every single time I go inside it gets hazy and starts raining. I'm trying to make things right, but my righty hand is broken from boxing 12 rounds with frustration. My gut's aching, it floods the battlefields, I'm down to my last appendages, I'm screaming for a medic. If I can tell her one thing, it would have to be I love her, but the fist of her lover makes me regret it. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly love me, and you can say our love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly love me, and you can say our love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention. Now look at what you've done to me. You took away the sun from me, so now I'm barely less than a shadow of what I used to be. I fell asleep so comfortably, you promised me security. The fact that I believed it reflected my immaturity. I fell for every single thing you said. A single thread's the measure preventing me from insanity. I take a pill for the insomnia to calm the mitochondria, so God heal the spiritual depravity. My only issue is the fact that I'm so bitter, and I figure it's like liquor, it's my most precious commodity. I'm recalling your commitment to our future, so I dash into the universe to find you weren't following. And it's ironic, but it's easier to spill my heart and guts, the deepest secret to that figure that's anonymous. And every cretin comes speaking with that witty observation that my physical features are lacking proper rest. You seem concerned of my emotional crime, but yet it's obvious your prying is purely of obligation. Do me a favor, I don't want your hard labor, when it's blatant that you're faking your pity communication. I'm steady pacing, this brazen emptiness is giving way to these temptations. I bathe in dark feelings, these reoccurring visions haunt me when I'm sleeping, in that dream catcher on the ceiling harboring these demons. If all possible, please save me from this obstacle. I'm searching for a scapegoat to blame all of my losses on, but I realize by staring at this monocle, perhaps it's my fault for simply being irresponsible. Yo, Knack, how you been? Well, lately it's been great. gravy, but I think I found the lady. You're the one who called my baby, and I think she's made for me. And I'm thinking fate's with me, and I can't believe I was so naive to say those things. I won't deny that I'm eternally bloody, but I'm learning that these stupid mistakes will make me stronger. Despite the open gashes, God used it to my benefit. These wounds are like my medicine, I'm feeble no longer. Murder me, deserted me dirtily, a disease so cleverly manifested as my rescue. I thank God you hurt me. If it wasn't for your workings, I would still be that weak little boy before I met you. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly loved me, and you can say your love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly loved me, and you can say your love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention. Yo, you know, sometimes I feel so out of touch with life. It just seems like I'm lost and directionless and seemingly in the middle of nowhere with no clue on how to get back home. It's in these times of loneliness do I realize the value of my loved ones, and inversely how much I take them for granted. It's funny how it's easier to appreciate the warmth of your relationships between family and friends while you're suffering in the cold. I just hope I get my message across to them. Yeah. Before it's too late. I'll impart with the knowledge, a spark in the darkness. An artist apart with a heart for catharsis. Hard fist, frostbitten, scarred lips resonate the gifts, reminiscent of guitar picks. So while I wander the farthest, the water's uncharted. The sun doesn't rise like a shark in a tar pit. Let's follow the stars right back where we started. That's ironic, I've been lost since I departed. The thrill is long gone, my soul is so cold. The quest now unfolds, composure won't hold. I'm alone as I lust for the trust that I know on a dark road covered in the gust of the snow. One touch from the wind's like a knife to the skin, while I'm lifting the burden of my sin from within. And behold, my stone heart's froze to the bone. Up above the dome is a full moon, no glow. A syndicate of snowflakes quick to be hitting me. A white blizzard limiting the visibility. Critically conditioned, I'm lingering with infirmities. Frozen land, each step feels like eternity. And Mother Nature ain't showing me any courtesy. Below freezing, suck the life out the mercury. I link up the map, take a drink from the flask, and walk the black path on the brink of collapse. Eyes glued to the moon, the pursuit for the truth. As I move to the tune, there ain't much I can do. Trapped in the frozen tomb in the sadness of night. Navigate through the woods in the absence of light. With the clothes on my backpack of uncertainty. And certainly, I know the cold is gonna murder me. And am I still alive? I can picture every pace, yet I still can't feel both hands on my face. And am I even halfway? Blood cold like a murderer. Starting to believe my trajectory is circular. I've been here before, I pray to be delivered, but I'm gullible. The prison always whispers I'm a sinner. Maintain and stay sane, trying to spark up a flame. But regardless, I remain in the same place. Nonetheless, life, freedom, I'm determined to wager. So God up in heaven, listen to my prayer. I would kill to survive, so provide me the remedy. And when I step inside, I pray their eyes still remember. And I replied with a pride, what implied was the warning. Only now I understand the advice said before me. They told me it was stormy, they tried their best to warn me. I said not to worry, that's the end of the story. I'm sick and deformed and I miss being warm. So stitch up my spirit, my soul is so torn. So God, hoist up the light, fill the void in my heart. So something's missing, like a night sky devoid of the stars. I've lost my innocence, no more toys in the yard. It's embossed on my skin, now poison the scars. I hate resentment, soul longs for repentance. My body rather die before it ever gets correct. The future is uncertain if I end up lamenting. So God up in heaven, I'm in need of intervention. I'm so sorry and I swear to you I meant it. Every second of this penance feels like a life sentence. If I can reverse life, I would choke down my pride. Show myself it's just a quick way to the exit. I wanna say sorry, I'm sorry I didn't listen. I hardly deserve forgiveness for my hard-headed decision. I bow and beg until my own back and legs sore. I'm sorry cause I know this has all been said before. I swear my rebellion isn't healthy. I come on bent knees now, please will you help me? And I chose to be deserted, now I know it wasn't worth it. If you open up the door, I know I don't even deserve it. I'm certain, with every impulse that my nervous, I manipulate my body to disciplining my worthlessness. But only if I see you again, and that's what I would've said if my life didn't end. So I depart with this last one-sided correspondence, saying the same thing in my mind, a thesaurus. Alone in the heavens with a scar in my heart, as I resonate the gift with regrets in my heart. So I wander the farthest, the waters uncharted. The sun didn't rise, so my body fell hard. If only you could hear me as my soul is above you. I wish before I died I would've told you I loved you.
I can't take care of myself. I'm all by myself. I'm so afraid to be alone.
A face laced with depression is gazing in my direction, like an angel who's rejected from heaven, stripped of his blessing. And I can hardly recognize the man who stands in my reflection. My clenched hand's the weapon, I smash mirrors to segments. A mask of perfection is cracked from the tension. I ran toward redemption, collapsed at the entrance. I rap for an answer to these passionate questions. My heart's torn open and the scabs are infected. I need security and all that endowment. She says she'll give it to me, yet she's awkwardly balanced. I'll hold your shot glass while you're vomiting invasive. And baby, you gotta save me, see I'm wandering aimless. The truth of the matter is that I'm used to disaster. Prepare for the worst, expect the worst after. Wanted signs on every corner of this island. My smile went missing, please call me when you find me. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die waiting. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die. A night filled with light, laughter, a nice party. I saw you holding hands with them and skipped 5 heartbeats. Enemy armies breach the security. They cut my arms off as I reach for the purity. What vexes me most, the memory ghost. Depression is a vector infecting every host. And the message that I wrote, that I caught with a wet kiss, was sent the F back to me in form of a death wish. I like to think you still think about me, but I think I'm overthinking and my thinking is weak. So F Wall Street, I'm cold investing in heat. I once saved you every message, and now I'm pressing delete. I'm testing my reach, I'm too short to touch heaven. And it's funny how you loved me, then you broke me in seconds. So now it's sadness, my hand is authoring madness. My pain's enough to baffle any doctor in practice. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die waiting. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die. I'm still remembering our promises and clinging to our sentence. And the difference is you didn't, but I actually meant it. I thought that I would make it, yet I'm borderline tentative. We got a huge chance of rain, infinite percentages. I hate the television telling me that it's all natural. It's negative how they distort the real from the action. But I'ma hold my roots, pray to God and stay practical. And when I make moves, then it can't remain tactical. I give it all to you, Lord God. So give me just a small quick glimpse of your heart. You told me to let go, cause forgiveness is key. Leave the past where it is and start following me. And so I love you and forgive you, though you don't feel the same. Just had to let you know before I go on my way. Now I come on bad knees to ask God for the recipe. He said, guard your heart, cause lately it's affecting me. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you and you're always in my prayers. I know this heartbreak, even if I try waiting, but God's got a bigger plan, so I ain't staying. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, and that'll never change. I know this heartbreak if you're staying in my memories, but if it's God God's will, I'll run back to you eventually. I'm 20 years young, but I still look like I'm 15. Conveying big dreams with these heavenly 16. Mentally quick speed, I talk the hardest of bars, with the target that be focused on the farthest of stars. Sit back and reminisce in the heart of guitar. I'll fight hard until my body is a part of the tar, part of my scars, cause things don't always work as I plan. You listen, it's a heartfelt. Yo, I was a pretty normal kid in this pretty normal world. Left the city for the suburbs in the corner of the world. Used to play with fake guns and make them frames flip. Crash some toy whips until the paint chipped. My dad was on a ship and mom worked a steady shift, so she dished me with the siblings and they all had plenty kids. I was the youngest in the group, age differences were huge. My cheeks suffered oodles of kisses for being cute. Only child to boot. The kid was lonely too, the only thing he can do was thinking and vision. While my friends were always talking about the thing on television, I'm pretending that the stick is a weapon and I'm defending victims. Those were the days, and if it wasn't for them, it's probably safe to say I wouldn't be the person I am. To my family who raised me, I'm eternally grateful. I love you all to death, consider this is my thank you. I remember when I used to piss off my every teacher. It was frequent that the dean required me to make a feature. And not to mention my complexion was familiar in detention. My devilment was all for the attention and adrenaline. Since Pops taught me how to mount on a bike, so when I used to scrim fives, Counter-Strike all night, I was the talkative type, but dang, I couldn't relate. When I left private school for one funded by state, about half the school year I didn't have a single friend holding my lunch. I spent about $1.50, and it was evident and definite I wasn't visible. So I put on headphones to escape the ridicule. Used to handle CDs before the MP3s, bumping Cannabis Technique and JMT. Wait and see, the kid began to pick up the knack. Started to rap with the moniker of a knack, and I was part of the battle and lingering in cruel beef like shots of liquor. I caught a buzz with this cool speech. All the people who ignored me, I'm eternally grateful. I love you all to death, consider this is my thank you. When I thought I had it made and things were going my way, God called my name out. I made an about face. Used to wanna beat my rivals with verses and murk herbs, but Bible verses made me stop dropping them curse words. A long story short, the after years were amazing. It was crazy, trading in recklessness for 180. I'm showing up at Bible study, needing someone to share the word of God, despite the fact I was the only one there. I was so tired of sneaking like a hidden affair. Was a victim of the weather with my vision impaired. So clear the tempest, my spirit wasn't critical care. Fast forward to the present, now a spirit prepared. Grown up, I'm kinda nervous cause life still isn't easy. In my third year in nursing, the youth group I'm leading. Still this heartbreak, trying to slip out the speakers. And I'll admit I've been depressed since I split with Maria. It sucks, so I took the word, began to read up. But I re-up, look to the sky, now I see doves. I can't fake it, I'm squashing all the clutches of Satan. You should know that NAK just so determined to make it. So make haste into the future, drop a beat, I'ma tear it. Stay constant, speed bump, scrape the undercarriage. Me and hip-hop, tighter than engagement or a marriage. Every moment I'ma cherish, every mic I'ma damage and hold weight like the matter that's suspending the planet. So with aggression I'ma leave my impression upon this canvas. To everybody in my life, to everybody who is faithful, little Daniel gonna make it. I love you all and I thank you. I always take the time to gaze into the sky, whether it be the clouds or the stars, and I just reflect. Thank you God for bringing me this far, and I thank you all for supporting me. I still remember those days when my parents got mad at me for my failing grades, and I still remember when I used to take the bus home from school with my aunt every single day since 3rd grade. And I remember how I used to complain how heavy my backpack was, and it may sound corny, but being as tired as she was from working all day, she carried it for me. And I remember those days when my cousin Lay used to babysit me. We used to put on our roller skates with the adjustable brakes and play hockey in the backyard using a milk carton and hit it with sticks and rakes. And I remember when I was 8, when I was alone coloring in your room and you tried scaring me by rattling the doorknob, and I started to shake and started crying. I love my family, and thinking about these memories make me start smiling. And I remember how me and my cousins used to go to Burger King and buy those Men in Black sunglasses out of the kids' meal and dance in the living room while my logo caught it all on tape. And 10 years later, when we thought we were so real and chill, we sat in that same living room and watched our old recordings while we were still kids on that film reel.
hitting on Carl and he didn't know what to say, and how I got lost on our way out and you didn't find me until the next day. And hey, I remember that time back in high school, that one night we went to a party after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and I was crying in the backseat of Manny's car, feeling like my world would end. But man, these scars are just a testament of these lessons which I had to have been taught either one way or the other. And I remember the nights when me and my brothers used to play Counter-Strike and Rose Online all night, every night for the entire summer. I remember how we could have almost got pro. I remember the days when I used to cuss at least 1,000,000 times in every single old track that I know. And I remember back in high school how we used to start beef, 1FA and PSB, but now it seems we're all down for Christ, so now we all on the same team. And there's so many memories that I hold so close to my heart, but in the grand scheme of things, this is only just the start.
education. March as we're demanding it. Today we deface the face of this atrocity. We are the silver bullets bringing faith to your monstrosity. Solidarity among posse and camaraderie. We'll not be pawns in your game of Monopoly. We will not relax, and unlike that whack trash that you feed us through media, I perpetuate facts. This is not another scandal or a track about gas. Not another fallacy, it's not the best you ever had. It's the issue at hand, impacting my brothers too. Causing friction with your fiction like streets and rubber too. When I find a target here to graduate, you add another two. In this war, education is the POW. So here's another clue, all your promises are bogus. Although the hope is broken, doesn't mean that we're all hopeless. Coincidence is profit if we locked up or homeless. Cause when the school door closes, the cell block open. My mode is versatile, but it's hard to adapt. High gas, high tax, now the budget is slashed. Gotta max out the plastic, my hand has no cash. After I graduate, I slink to owe it all back. The flow attacks those who oppose my education, while you're busy hastily inflating the inflation. Trading life for dollar signs without the compensation. Trading young minds to be slaves to corporations. Talking education, parade your mission statement. You waste the speech, but your credibility is faded. You say we need an educated next generation, yeah, you fail to see that the children all failing. You're safari, but you're holding a machete and you're loving it. Education's like the vegetation and you're cutting it. Moses, son, and Pharaoh, my people had enough of that. We marched to the summit, we shaking the ground that's under us. You can call it treason, but you see the truth seeping as we rise to reach achievements while your lives will simply deepen. As yours to mean and knowledge, our society is weakened. You're creating creatures who are unable to reason, and you're dissing my intelligence, neglecting the present. Stop altering the past, projecting your false lessons. My history class is too biased and demented, and now my education is second up next to weapons. They're too arrogant to take any warnings in the omens. Philosophers and prophets have already foretold it, and it's like we're being punished and Congress wants atonement. I want a bright future but can't afford the enrollment. The majority is trapped slinging drugs and shotties. I say no to budget cuts and no to Illuminati. To violent human rights, so no to your foreign policies of Cal State we're human. You slashed up her body. I'm not sorry if my rap causes revolution. I'm not sorry if I'm clarifying the confusion. Definitely not sorry for empowering the youth and my rights are violated. That's against the Constitution. You crooks, you criminals inflicting the pain. Your campaign wanted change, so you shook up the bank. You gave us 3 strikes, and if we do to you the same, you'd be 25 to life at the start of the game. And you talk a big game about this and that, but when it comes time to act, you fail to do crap. You condition the people to fuel hate for a rap, yet half the population can't face it on the map. So what's a man's an answer? Cause I'm honestly stuck. You say we need an education, but the teachers get dumped. And why are children getting dumber and their test scores suck? But these bombs that we drop are getting smarter is. We are the activists, passion of 1,000 savages. Stand in unity, humanity is what our banner is. We are not silent and we will remain adamant. Access to education, march as we're demanding it. We are the activists, passion of 1,000 savages. Stand in unity, humanity is what our banner is. We are not silent and we will remain adamant. Access to education, march as we're demanding it. We are the activists, passion of 1,000 savages. Stand in unity, humanity is what our banner is. We are not silent and we will remain adamant. Access to education, march as we're demanding it. We are the activists, passion of 1,000 savages. Stand in unity, humanity is what our banner is. We are not silent and we will remain adamant. Access to education, march as we're demanding it. We are the activists, passion of 1,000 savages. Stand in unity, humanity is what our banner is. We are not silent and we will remain adamant. Access to education, march as we're demanding it. So even though they may refuse to have a listen to the testaments, I'm praying that my message will be played in every tenement. Not to my benefit, but God is my objective. I want the world to see the clarity in my perspective. And though my enemies will persecute and disrespect it, I'll turn the other cheek no matter how much I reject it. Although I lose my body through his blood that I'm protected, no weapon formed against me, I'll die to represent it. As I'm confronted by assailants, I won't implement sedation. I put my steady faith in all the basis of creation. Barricaded within Satan's camp of
concentration. Yet I'm breaking chains, spirit chasing liberation. Living to liberation and the deeper in the city that simmer the faces. I'm seated lingering, platform, train station, resonating and praying to my God, my creator, to deliver the nation from the whip slave ship and the minimum wages. Similar alliteration that be vaguely related. The innovation with wordplay I'm displaying, meaningless without taking the lesson I'm conveying. Relay it to the streets, from the children to the veterans. But when they hear the message, the response is always negative. I take my lecture back, try my best to better it, cause when I rap Christ, there's a much lesser intent. But even though they may refuse to have a listen to the testaments, I'm praying that my message will be played in every tenement. Not to my benefit, but God is my objective. I want the world to see the clarity in my perspective. And though my enemies will persecute and disrespect it, I'll turn the other cheek no matter how much I'm rejected. Although I lose my body through his blood that I'm protected, no weapon formed against me, I'll die to represent it. No method formed against me, I'd rather be beheaded. Although I lose my body through his blood that I'm protected, I'll turn the other cheek no matter how much I'm rejected. And even though my enemies will persecute and disrespect it, I want the world to see the clarity in my perspective. Not it's to my benefit, but God is my objective. I'm praying that my music will be played in every tenement. I'm spreading Christ's message, so I'll deliver it with emphasis. People partner regardless of their complexion, cradled by the arms of the maker up in the heavens. When everything is helpless, when you're lost in the deception, I'm asking that you comprehend that Christ will be your exit. No matter your direction or the sins that you've committed, the lyrics of the Holy Spirit giving you forgiveness. When everybody's failed you with nobody to stay true, the cross and nails prove that your burdens will be lifted. Christian is a title, what matters is that you live it. It's more intricate than just the word that you be spitting. The life that you be living, it's more than a religion. My purpose on this planet is this, so listen in. To grow in Christ's knowledge and to handle the truth, reaching unity in faith and be mature in the booth. To die to sin, rid of contamination. And lastly is to share Christ with the nation. Connected through the spirit regardless of the appearances. God ain't a thought, he's the love that you experience. Jehovah masterpiece, we're molded in his image, created with a purpose, not by chance or experiment. I know that you'll be hearing it, the rhymes that I wrote. Even though the world laughs, I'm clinging on to this hope. It isn't easy being hated by the neighbors you know, because before I loved Christ, friends used to be close. Seasons come go, we know the end is coming close. If no man has my back, I'll simply run it alone. So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will lift up the light and battle till my last breath. My candle is waxless, sight is pitch blackness. I'll raise my voice with the word of God as my caption. Scream the love of Christ so every cat can hear, until it shatters every layer of the atmosphere. When the world is pitch black, every cat can hear the voice of the enact, and its rap is clear. To God be the glory, my passion sincere. This is road rap for Christ, new life begins here. This is road rap for Christ, new life begins here.
Piggy P. Yes, yes. Did the beat. Jump in the papers, we teach you. Listen, hey. Listen, about it, you're in the band. Follow me. Gigi, and the beat is so good.
Yeah, it's the metaphor. Yeah, spit prolific like cancer, a can of radiation. These statements illuminated and tanning the face adjacent, diminishing your radiance if you're standing adjacent. If rappers do dirt, I'm managing sanitation. My thoughts are exact, but you plan estimations. Stealing all your snacks from your class orientation. I plan for renovation, you planning resignation. Now you curled up in a ball in the center of a basement. I'm the reason for your blank face and your pacing. Sucks to lose a battle to an anorexic Asian. Vision is enhanced, advanced in meditation. Collapse lungs, turn you to an atelectic patient. No doctor or nurse or medication will save you. Rap so clean, it's got an antiseptic flavor. So when I flip the fader, you know my sound shouts. I'll pick up igloos and hit you with a roundhouse.
Whoa, 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 chill. Roundhouse, by Chuck Norris.
지실의 메아리를 들어보게나.
Wanna be MCs and DJs.
Yo, check it, yeah. There's a mother-loving nine-tailed beast up inside of me. My presence in itself leads to stormwatch advisory. Stash the Reynolds rap, foil plots entirely. Neck so fat I eat pork chops when ciphering. Be nice to me, I don't store Glocks and ivory. I got rap embedded in my thigh meat inside a Z.
Wait, I don't get it. Sodium, potassium? Eh.
Deciding to be a man, the handle of a dagger is sliding in his hands. Straight face with a decorated battle stand, separating innocence and fancy for an avalanche. Driven as an obsessed villain, an untouched spirit with a bloodlust vision. Run to the village with a thrill, now kills him. But you killed him, now he wish he was a kid again. Marines bleed televised in front of his mother's eyes, where they're on Titanic. Iceberg to its underside, sickness in an orphanage condition where the tummy dies. Cause I miss looking up into a sunny sky. Can't stand this house, I ran out, the rain came down. Streets looking like Celadon. Camera pans out, showing the dang clouds. All of this, now I'm running out of stars I can wish upon. I'll admit I'm wrong, at least I'm honest. Botted with a passion like an angry alcoholic. Cliche son, the secrets in my closet. Cause Pandora's box ain't enough to hold them all in. So step into a future and enter a dimension. It sends a picture message to myself in the present. But pathetic are my efforts, no matter of the quality. Cause even on my Tumblr, my past still follows me. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. It's funny how it happens, dripping off of my eyelids. The monkey on my back moved on before I did. Walking contradiction, funeral cake. What I thought was to be fate was a future mistake. Take into consideration every single interference is another way in which God takes shape. And all the while I'm trying to find a reason and waiting for an answer, but changing all the seasons. A man said, nah, it's a simple recipe. I opened up the napkin and read open sesame. In one instant he turned into a gate. It told me I'm the life, I'm the truth and the way. I placed the sword right back in the holster. I took the past, threw it back in the ocean. Broke the chain while I dropped from a boulder. Took the yoke off of my shoulders. Now I'm floating. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. She keep moving. The old man chose to reflect. The tar in his lungs from the smoke in his breath. Rocks in a chair as he chokes on regret. Thoughts of the bloodshed holes in his neck. With no strength in his legs, he paced with a cane with his head down in shame. His hands stained, he can't take the pain. Now he waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but so don't wait, keep moving. Don't wait, keep moving. Don't wait, keep moving. Don't wait, so keep moving. Don't wait, let's keep moving. Don't wait, keep moving. Don't wait, let's keep moving. Yeah, rest in peace, New Jarvis. Rest in peace, June Seva. Forever you'll keep moving. Forever keep moving. necessarily just trying to follow Christ while I'm maintaining my sincerity. Guaranteed a mic eternal life, and so apparently provided with a clarity that buries all the disparities. Yeah, I try to replicate the theory as I meditate. My mission is to respirate the weary. I fail with my decisions, now my face is in the linen. Laced with inhibition, now I'm breaking the submission. Pouring out the malice, rip the core from out the callous. All aboard, I'm soaring over the aurora borealis. Or retort a palate, meanings deeper than a pen. And be my God loves art, and he's repeating, draw near to me. Like a sky with a vortex of butterflies, like a mother with a cortex of lullabies. Maybe stumble over, but he's open for another try. Always now revives and multiplies under a sunless sky. Fast in the soil, it began to grow roots. Back in mass years, and I ran a pink fruit. It's funny how death only makes life grow. Kinda like Christ when he saved my soul. I'm whole. I see through the lies of dark rulers, designed with 20/20 eyes of a sharpshooter. Doubling my blessing, kinda like two suitors. I'm living proof that God can use losers. Yet the sadness always seems to get the best of me. I try to run and hide so that it doesn't grab the rest of me. Grab the arm of God and then he handed me the recipe. I screamed at the enemy, you are not a threat to me. You are not a threat to me. I'm taking back my destiny. It's no longer death, I'm taking my identity. So cry with me, cry with me. Freedom for the living. Fly with me, fly with me. Life is just beginning. Let's go. My name is NAK. If y'all wondering what it stands for, it doesn't really stand for anything. Nice to meet you. I'm a really sensitive guy, trust me. So here we go, here we go, here we go. Check, yo. Time to unravels delays, we need to hide the scars. The rhyming aim was abrased to feed the silent hearts. I dream the least of these will reach into the highest star. See the galaxy and gleam across the sky of Mars. We all broken, but together we are priceless shards. Life's a masterpiece and pride to follow the finest start. Yeah, and this place is so dangerous. The moon hides away, his face is so ashamed of us. Far from perfect, and the little girls are hurting. Scars furnishing the surface like their skin and hearts are worthless. Burning, we're facing to the sour backhand. Since when did man turn into a coward's last stand? A true man abandons the can and he can't man, and handles humility down a path he can't plan. Time is of the essence to empower rap fans, so my hands will make a castle with the hourglass sand. Time's running out, time's running out. 'Cause time is of the essence to empower rap fans. Yeah, time's running out, time's running out. So my hands will make a castle with the hourglass sand. Hey yo, time has just been moving way too fast for me lately, man. So let's slow it down just a little bit. Hey yo, approach the homeless while I'm gloating in this coat of arms. I know it's hard, the snow is harsh, I got a frozen heart. It's so cold, it got me closing up these open arms. I play the hand that's dealt to me, they look like hopeless cards. Curse inheritance, projecting all my arrogance to shoot up into heaven. Now it's raining dead seraphim. Like a kitten be kicking a ball of yarn. I got grace in my heart, my chest, legs, and arms. It hurts to learn the truth when it surfaces above. I'm lurking in my blood from the person that I love. Better context, drawing the connection. My effort for success is for blessing my whole collective. Striving for perfection is a never-ending lesson. Dedication, no reception to the funeral procession. Time for the succession, I'm here to lead the chosen like Moses. Safe that provokes an ocean open. So make way, you clouds, the sun is coming out. So put down your grudges, 'cause time is running out. God paint the sky, the sun is coming out. Endure to forgive, 'cause time is running out. Farewell to the night, the sun is coming out. Ends all the hate, 'cause time is running out. Grace is renewed when the sun is coming out. So let's learn how to love, 'cause time is running out. Time's running out, time's running out, time's running out, time's running out. Yeah, 'cause time's running out, time's running out.
love is patient and kind, it's never angry or boast. It always trusts, perseveres, always handling hope. Hate, jealousy, and pride, it will never provoke. I wanna learn what it means, God, show me the ropes. Hidden within a lie, been living it every day since she traded her identity for misinterpretation. Ache in the strain, all the weight made her cave in. Tricked by the serpent, her faith was forsaken. My face hit the pavement, I prayed for you day in, day out. Rain cloud, precipitation, bathed in my hatred, the pain that you gave me. I know you never left, your layers were changing. Faithfully waiting, the pendulum snapped. All I wanted was my best freaking friend to come back. You knew best that I never looked better in black. You lost track, but I know you much better than that. Watch you adapt, felt so tethered and strapped. I wasn't able to grab you when you fell and collapsed. You knew a man can't act like he's quelling the facts. Your name's written on my chest and you spelled it in caps. I miss you, your rhythm and your beauty and composure. Distance only boosting my immunity to closure. Time's up, all the ticking has stopped. Glimpse at the clock, both hands flipping me off. And all the while, I think my sanity is far from my aim's reach. Love and rationality's a fork in the main street. Fortunate enough, but of course he betrayed me. Broken like some sort of porcelain face thing. Quaking and falling for stories and breaking. I wanna run away, wherever the DeLorean takes me. Court dates followed by a horrible slaying. Courting and dating has always found a way to enchain me. I was made to be tossed into a fountain. Toll of the bells resound in my anthem. Ghost in a shell now bound to a ransom. Kissed with a witch, rebound with a phantom. Neck dies when the pride is awakening. Unshaken by the statements you're making. The fish in the sea's all yours for the taking. You can do better. You do not know who I'm chasing. You disappeared again like a vapor in the wind. And I wish you all the best with this paper and a pen. The last thing we said was have a nice life. Didn't think it was right. This is my official goodbye. God has you on his mind. His plan for you is great. He doesn't care a minute for the past that you made. They say that you're dense, but I know you're intelligent. And wear sunblock, your skin is so sensitive. And watch out for those animals and plants. Prepare in advance, put that Benadryl in your bag. Pray then act, I know best you're impulsive. Before you come back, leave your stress in that ocean. Focus, I know these guys don't wanna date. And if you fall hard, promise me he's an upgrade. I'm so blessed that you came in my life. We haven't spoken in months, but I pray every night that one day I might meet the real you yet again. My best friend, stay here, I'll end there. Take care.
source in my identity. The hope in our heredity be coursing through our legacy. My fortress at the mercy to the forces of the enemy. So listen to the misery I pour into the melody. Something's wrong with me, I'm losing my autonomy. I feel the devil wandering and ripping out the song in me. A godless odyssey, and honestly it's haunting me. My cardiac is hardening, quality is darkening. A sinner treads up upon his prison bed. Listen to his heart, it feels as if the rhythm's dead. Weak like Delilah slipping scissors in his dreads. Redirect the breath I got to you so you can live instead. I thank God you never had to ponder what it's like to live a life with an absent father. Accept my offer, access my heart's wish. Watch every single color pass in a scarlet. Do me a favor, baby, shoot me a wager. And prove to me your confidence and hope ain't endangered. Loosely insane words I spew on this paper. Aimed at liberation, but ain't soothing the anger.
God, I need you, tell my sister. All I feel is that I miss her. Swings and slides, turn rings of fire.
My sights on the lights in the sky. Watch me fly, watch me grow, watch me triumph, watch me flow. These walls don't talk, but they cry every night. I fight to survive, but I die every time. I'm so happy and I thank the Academy for laughing as I play a man who battles for his sanity. There isn't any breath in me left. This is the true definition of identity theft.
The sun above my head projects the pain within my shadow.
The rain will spur the shame and pave the way in which I travel. Engraved upon my brain's your name, I need you here now. I take the time to pray so I can feel you near now. Scared to show my heart and fear that people might be sick of me. I know enough to know that you'd accept my inconsistency. Tell me that I'm loved and break it to me that I'm selfish, embellished in my misery.
her swings and slides, turn rings of fire. My sights on the lights in the sky. Watch me fly, watch me grow, watch me triumph, watch me flow. These walls don't talk, but they cry every night. I fight to survive, but I die every time. I'm so happy and I thank the Academy for laughing as I play a man who battles for his sanity. There isn't any breath in me left. This is the true definition of identity theft. And I am only one of many, but I'm here to take a stand. This ends here. This ends now. Victory is ours. Only God knows how I get, I'm an emotional wreck. Every thought that I develop is provoking a sweat. For some reason I still feel like I'm holding this debt, because lately all this flesh has been posing a threat. There's a war that's inside of me, all I feel is anxiety. Over analytical when nobody says hi to me. Suddenly it seems like everybody wants to fight with me, and I can't help but feel like every girl is gonna lie to me. But this is what you find when you kiss on lemon limes, and when every single time swore that they were gonna die with me. All I ever wanted was a woman to confide in me, who loved who I was, simply not who I tried to be. And I know that I'm blessed with the skill I possess, cause it helps me express all the stress that just hides in me. So I rip it violently till nothing is confined to me. Spit it till my mind is free. Beware of flying debris. I struggle, staring at myself in disgust. I struggle, corrupt heart covered in lust. I struggle, I'm stubborn and I suffer with drugs. I struggle, but Jesus came and struggled for us. And if it isn't crazy one, then what can it be? There isn't nothing else special that be coming from me. Why can't you understand that heaven will be something to see? Or why are people so skeptical when something is free? The sky is pitch black, the moon is blood red. Truth locked in a den and the lions are unfed. Alliance of drunk men in defiance of one man who died, suffocated by the weight of our judgment. The generations, babies, bathe the supreme sin, twists in their heads at 180-degree spins. 4 tainted seasons, chapter 3 Ephesians, and 2 ways to act upon one painful reason. Take Paul's example, locked up for speaking the gospel of Jesus, but they called it treason. I seek freedom from the serpent's sight, now he's poised to strike with a poison bite. The Lord replies with rain for 40 nights, cleansing evil. King comes forward to fight. It's hard to speak truth and try to stay alive, cause if you live life abiding by the sword, you die. So I God struggle, staring at myself in disgust. I struggle, corrupt heart covered in lust. I struggle, I'm stubborn and I suffer with drugs. I struggle, but Jesus came and struggled for us. And if it isn't crazy one, then what can it be? There isn't nothing else special that be coming from me. Why can't you understand that heaven will be something to see? And why are people so skeptical when something is free? Happiness smiles, so I fake one back. Life is tug of war and I get no slack. I wanna go forward and never come back. Look at me, I got everything. Nah, there's something my heart seems to lack. This time, watch, sooner or later even the great will fall. Not just a little, but take my all. No one seems to listen, it's okay. I exercise my jaws when I talk to these walls. Mine's never blocked, it's always open. Through my ballpoint pen, words spoken, I'm constructing. Lost in this cave that I've created. It's a bright world, lit by illumination. Camouflage facades are in a mason. All the wrongs I was chasing, now I'm facing my resurrection. Staring at myself in disgust. I struggle, corrupt heart covered in lust. I struggle, I'm stubborn and I suffer with drugs. I struggle, but Jesus came and struggled for us. And if it isn't crazy one, then what can it be? There isn't nothing else special that be coming from me. Why can't you understand that heaven will be something to see? And why are people so skeptical when something is free?
Anybody that battles with it as much as we do, and that's everybody. No matter what type of hole you're in, or how deep, just know that Jesus is right there, reaching his arm down to you, lends you a hand, and that's real. It's a wrap.
Hey yo, little boys deciding to
with a decorated battle stand, separating innocence and fancy for an avalanche. Driven as an obsessed villain, an untouched spirit with a bloodlust vision. Run to the village with a thrill, but you killed him. Now he wish he was a kid again. Marines bleed televised in front of his mother's eyes, where they're on Titanic. Iceberg to its underside, sickness in an orphanage condition where the tummy dies. Cause I miss looking up into a sunny sky. Can't stand this house, I ran out. The rain came down, streets looking like Celadon. Camera pans out, showing the dang clouds. All of this, now I'm running out of stars I can wish upon. I'll admit I'm wrong, at least I'm honest. Bought it with a passion like an angry alcoholic. Cliche son, the secrets in my closet. Cause Pandora's box ain't enough to hold them all in. So step into a future and enter a dimension. It sends a picture message to myself in the present. But pathetic are my efforts, no matter of the quality. Cause even on my Tumblr, my past still follows me. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. It's funny how it happens, dripping off of my eyelids. The monkey on my back moved on before I did. Walking contradiction, funeral cake. What I thought was to be fate was a future mistake. Take into consideration every single interference is another way in which God takes shape. And all the while I'm trying to find a reason and waiting for an answer, but changing all the seasons. A man said, "Knack, it's a simple recipe." I opened up the napkin and read open sesame. In one instant he turned into a gate. It told me I'm the life, I'm the truth and the way. I placed the sword right back in the holster. I took the past, threw it back in the ocean. Broke the chain, let it drop from a boulder. Took the yoke off of my shoulders, now I'm floating. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. I keep losing, it seems useless. My deep bruises will not move this. I keep moving, let's keep moving. Let's see the pursuit trees reach and keep moving. The old man chose to reflect, the tar in his lungs from the smoke in his breath. Rocks in a chair as he chokes on regret. Thoughts of the bloodshed holes in his neck. With no strength in his legs, he paced with a cane with his head down in shame. His hands stained, he can't take the pain. Now he waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but it never came. He waits for his innocence, but so don't wait, keep moving, don't wait, keep moving, don't wait, keep moving, don't wait, so keep moving, don't wait, let's keep moving, don't wait, keep moving, don't wait, let's keep moving. Yeah, rest in peace, New Javis. Rest in peace, June Seva. Forever you'll keep moving. Forever keep moving.
Point in my life where everything is falling apart in every single context and in every single aspect, and I just stop and wonder, this is hardly about hip-hop anymore. This is hardly about rap.
tone and focus. Now you're so prone to notice, he anoints the mic right before I hold it. Go disciples, coast to coast and open up your heart to the hurt and hopeless. No matter how steep the slope is, we'll overcome how tough the road is. So everyone run to your souls are molten, not to us but the Lord has spoken. Enter the heart like the soul's an ocean. Dive in, grace plus hope in motion. Yes, there's a place where the hope is alive. Open your eyes and the minds of a child. Until I'm whole again, you pick me up all over again. Over and over and over again. Over and over and over again.
That's more like it.
Secular love.
It all started 2 years ago when I fell in love with a girl. I thought she was the one and I did everything I could to make her happy. But regardless of how perfect everything seemed as we were caught up in the moment, I look back and I can safely say that beneath the emotion, she wasn't the person who I expected. But I was too afraid to leave her, and I was too afraid to admit that. As time passed, I found myself succumbing to a daily effort to pressure her to becoming who I wanted her to be. Pushing her to live up to my expectations, be as mature as I am, be like me. But in the end, she wasn't wrong for being herself. I was wrong. And if anyone was to blame for being immature at the time, it wasn't her. It was me.
Heartbreak.
And that's why she left me. And she was only one thing that broke my heart. Separations within my family, divisions within my church. Since then I've spiraled down a vortex of sin, mind clouded with a mix of depression, anger, and bitterness. You've changed, you're different. I was tired of hearing everyone say the same exact thing over and over. These people show so much pity, but it doesn't seem as if anyone truly cares. And because of this, my heart became hard.
Pride.
Which led me to hold an immense pride that didn't allow me to speak to anyone regarding the trials I was going through. I said to myself, I didn't need anyone. I won't tell anyone. I won't open up. I won't be the wrong one, and I won't listen to you. And I was literally all alone. No one to talk to, no one to lean on, no one to listen.
Depression.
And when you're all alone, you start to lose your mind a little bit. You start to think about crazy things and you start craving things. I didn't fall prey to drugs and alcohol, but I did find that excessive amounts of caffeine helps me stay awake because I was too afraid to sleep. Nightmares, wandering thoughts. I watched the sun rise every morning and saw the tears fall every night. I was studying hard and working hard when I realized all of this is just so pointless when life doesn't even seem like it's worth living. So what's the point?
Regression.
So then I traded in my depression for aggression and tried to exert a maximum effort to maintain stability through work and busyness. I focused all my energy on school, on music, on poetry, doing shows, kicking raps. And in the process, I learned a little bit more about myself. I learned that I wasn't created to be alone. And I learned that like all hard times, there's a purpose behind everything. And so I bumped into God once again. He challenged me to focus on Him for just a little while, so I blocked everything out of my life and fasted for a whole month. It was painful. It was a battle, but it was necessary. I hate to say it, but I was mad. I was mad at God for making me go through all of this. I felt like He left me to deal with these battles on my own, but then I found out He never did. He was always there, but I wasn't always.
Maturity.
And after several months of finding myself, finding out who I am, I began to break ground. Because of this, I decided to abandon everything that may divert my focus. I focused on God with everything I had, and He blessed me in return. He sent people in my life who struggle with the same battles that I do. He gave me the strength to open up to my friends, and because of this, I began to grow. I began to heal. I began to redefine my experiences, and I became stronger in my faith.
Reminisce.
I often took the time to take a look back at my past, and I uncovered blessings that I didn't appreciate at the time. My family, friends, the people who were there for me, supporting me. When I was going through my difficult phase, I was too blind to realize all the blessings God has set before me, all the people He put in my life for a reason, but I was just too stubborn to notice. I reminisce because it's my form of saying thanks to God, and it's also my form of asking for forgiveness for being too prideful, for not accepting the gifts He's already provided. I've made it so far, but I couldn't have done it without you. I just didn't know at the time, so please forgive me.
Hope.
So now I'm here, in the future. I still struggle, I'm still depressed, I still battle. But the difference between the person who I am now and the NAK from 2 years ago is that now I have hope, and I'm here to share my hope with the rest of the world. So listen to my story. The quest now unfolds.
City love song, city love song. This is the city love song. City love song, city love song. This dress is so old, but the moon is still young. I adapt to the smog, developing steel lungs. Let's abandon this life for just this one night. I'm on a date with an angel until the sun rise. It's like my passion and actions are a magnet with opposite reactions. In fact, they're attracted. And I'm so infatuated with a soul so attractive. The beauty of her fashion, now Cupid's my assassin. Imagination wanting more than it sees. I'm competing so my essence be absorbing the steeds. Take the keys from my jeans as we thrust to the street. Gas touch floor and the clutch will release. Now I'm stuck to the seat, me and gravity hug tight. I push back like I wasn't holding a gun right. A flood of insight when the mood is completed. The windows fully rolled down, the moon roof receded. Fitted in Adidas, be caressed by the speakers that fit through one ear with Bluetooth like features. And if the city is a forest and the buildings are the cedars, exploring every corner before the coroner sees us. Lone orator, finally found a companion manifested in the barren metropolitan canyon. And the nightlight covers like a drape or a blanket. It ain't the same than what they got described in the pamphlet. Life's a soundtrack when my car goes faster. At a session with the city, then the tracks are mastered. Los Angeles attached to my heart like a lanyard. And when my car's in transit, these angels are the passengers. Maneuvering it faster through the tunnels and land bridges. Entranced by the lights, metaphysical backflip. And a mastiff of rap-ish, passion for handling. Craft that enamors these chicks with attraction. It's infinity, the city completing all of the symphony proficiently. But with these lyrics of my infinity, let's slice the air with precision through vicinities. Elegant and delicate agility and symmetry. And music is the session with speech. We jam well with enough soul to make a jazz piece look stale. Let's ditch the safe side. Tonight we take chance. Lost in the bliss till buildings can break dance. So set the tone, baby, cause I wanna feel your breath alone. According to my tempo, my heart beats the metronome. Let me take the lead and you can follow full-heartedly. Reciting you my song while you're singing me the harmony. It's Romeo and Juliet, so hold me close and Juliet. I'm lonely, so I'm taking these emotions and I'm fooling it. I pray you fall from a tall place and fast too, cause that's the only way I can run fast and catch you. So attached to the woman standing in my mirror image. Your perfection's my only way of showing heroism. It's lyricism, simply cause I ain't the best addressing your poetry. Cause I ain't the best confessing love. Longing for what's better for my always and forever. And I'll be first to admit I'm a novice giving pleasure. And through the sickness of the winter to the summer's embrace, I spill my heart for you at night so we can watch the sky illuminate. It's hard to estimate on what time we will get there, cause bliss makes time feel suspended in mid-air. Only there's a way that time can somehow be altered. I'll savor every moment till it turns into nostalgia. So meet me at the altar, I'm waiting where the service is. Despite the nervousness, you know my love for you is permanent. future inside a time machine. I'm in love with these angels, if these streets can talk, I'ma hug them till I'm just another piece of chalk. Your love's a firing squad, baby, fire at will. I pray that when I gaze into you, time would just stand still.
The following is dedicated to anyone who's ever been heartbroken. Based on a true story.
This is not a song, it's a session of vomiting, purging my psychological stomach of all its troubles. I'm not as strong as I'm infected with iniquity, contributing this misery, my spirit's under rubble. Sitting now in this dimly lit expanse, I'm afflicted with reflections of my previous romantics. I held her hand but she was clearly in a trance. When euphoria was managed, she abandoned me and vanished. I need a feather that'll lead me to an angel, to restore me to the specimen who used to be so capable. I hear the message but I'm deaf into the context, dilemma is complex. This chain is inescapable. I'm basting in a situation that's relatable, and yet my cellular is faced with limited activity. There's over 12 billion hands on this planet, but not one is extended to my vicinity. Literally, I need her now. Despite indefinite efforts to convince myself with every single lecture, just forget her. So watch me pull myself together with the help of Helter Skelter, cleverly adapted to this padded shelter. You're really pretty, and I'm sure if I were normal, we would make a perfect couple with the cuddling and giggles. But notice that I'm a zombie, I'm infected with the virus, spilling words on this papyrus that are far from artificial. You're sympathetic, but I know you're hypocritical. These women are assassins underneath all the seduction. And in this market, I'm a hated politician, but my entourage is funded so you can't bring all those guns in. I'm not a pessimist, I could elaborate it. You be first to hear my story, cause no one was ever curious. It's not the fact that I'm not wishing for the best, just the best is something I don't think I've ever had experienced. I try to watch the sun rise, but every single time I go outside it gets hazy and starts raining. I'm trying to make things right, but my righty hand is broken from boxing 12 rounds with frustration. My gut's aching, if love's a battlefield, I'm down to my last appendages, I'm screaming for a medic. If I can tell her one thing, it would have to be I love her, but the fist of her lover makes me regret it. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly love me, and you can say our love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly love me, and you can say our love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Now look at what you've done to me. You took away the sun from me, so now I'm barely less than a shadow of what I used to be. I fell asleep so comfortably. You promised me security. The fact that I believed it reflected my immaturity. I fell for every single thing you said. A single thread's the measure preventing me from insanity. I take a pill for the insomnia to calm the mitochondria, so God heal the spiritual depravity. My only issue is the fact that I'm so bitter, and I figure it's like liquor, it's my most precious commodity. I'm recalling your commitment to our future, so I dash into the universe to find you weren't following. And it's ironic, but it's easier to spill my heart and guts and deepest secret to that figure that's anonymous. And every cretin comes speaking with that witty observation that my physical features are lacking proper rest. You seem concerned in my emotional crying, but yet it's obvious your buying is purely of obligation. Do me a favor, I don't want your hard labor when it's blatant that you're faking your pity communication. I'm steady pacing, this brazen emptiness is giving way to these temptations. I bathe in dark feelings, these reoccurring visions haunt me when I'm sleeping in that dream catcher on the ceiling, harboring these demons. If all possible, please save me from this obstacle. I'm searching for a scapegoat to blame all of my losses on, but I realize by staring at this monocle, perhaps it's my fault for simply being irresponsible. Yo, Knack, how you been? Well, lately it's been gravy, but I think I found a lady. You're the one who called my baby, and I think she's made for me. And I'm thinking fate's with me, and I can't believe I was so naive to say those things. I won't deny that I'm internally bloody, but I'm learning that these stupid mistakes will make me stronger. Despite the open gashes, God used it to my benefit. These wounds are like my medicine, I'm feeble no longer. Murder me, deserted me dirtily, a disease so cleverly manifested as my rescue. I thank God you hurt me. If it wasn't for your workings, I would still be that weak little boy before I met you. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly love me, and you can say your love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention. So thank you for the scars, baby, thank you for the lesson. An apology accepted, but I'm already tormented. And you can say you truly love me, and you can say your love was precious, but it doesn't make a difference if it wasn't your intention.
Yo, you know, sometimes I feel so out of touch with life, it just seems like I'm lost and directionless and seemingly in the middle of nowhere with no clue on how to get back home. It's in these times of loneliness do I realize the value of my loved ones, and inversely how much I take them for granted. It's funny how it's easier to appreciate the warmth of your relationships between family and friends while you're suffering in the cold. I just hope I get my message across to them, before it's too late.
I'll impart with the knowledge, a spark in the darkness, an artist apart with a heart for catharsis. Hard fist, frostbitten, scarred lips, resonate the gift, reminiscent of guitar picks. So while I wander the farthest, the water's uncharted. The sun doesn't rise like a shark in a tar pit. Let's follow the stars right back where we started. That's ironic, I've been lost since I departed. The thrill is long gone, my soul is so cold. The quest now unfolds, composure won't hold. I'm alone as I lust for the trust that I know. On a dark road coming in the gust of the snow. One touch from the winds like a knife to the skin, while I'm lifting the burden of my sin from within. And behold, my stone heart's froze to the bone. Up above the dome is a full moon, no glow. A syndicate of snowflakes quick to be hitting me. A white blizzard limiting the visibility. Critically conditioned, I'm lingering with infirmities. Frozen land, each step feels like eternity. And Mother Nature ain't showing me any courtesy. Below freezing, suck the life after mercury. I link up the map, take a drink from the flask, and walk the black path on the brink of collapse. Eyes glued to the moon, the pursuit for the truth. As I move to the tune, there ain't much I can do. Trapped in a frozen tomb in the sadness of night. Navigate through the woods in the absence of light. With the clothes on my backpack of uncertainty. And certainly, I know the cold is gonna murder me. And am I still alive? I can picture every pace, yet I still can't feel both hands on my face. Am I even halfway? Blood cold like a murderer. Starting to believe my trajectory is circular. I've been here before, I pray to be delivered, but I'm gullible. The prison always whispers I'm a sinner. Maintain and stay sane, trying to spark up a flame, but regardless, I remain in the same place. Nonetheless, life, freedom, I'm determined to wager. So God up in heaven, listen to my prayer. I would kill to survive, so provide me the remedy. And when I step inside, I pay their eyes still remember. And I replied with the pride, what implied was the warning. Only now I understand the advice set before me. They told me it was stormy, they tried their best to warn me. I said not to worry, that's the end of the story. I'm sick and deformed and I miss being warm. So stitch up my spirit, my soul is so torn. So God, hoist up the light, fill the void in my heart. Something's missing, like a night sky devoid of the stars. I've lost my innocence, no more toys in the yard. It's embossed on my skin, now poison the scars. I hate resentment, soul longs for repentance. My body rather die before it ever gets corrected. The future is uncertain if I end up lamented. So God up in heaven, I'm in need of intervention. I'm so sorry and I swear to you I meant it. Every second of this penance feels like a life sentence. If I can reverse life, I would choke down my pride. Show myself it's just a quick way to the exit. I wanna say sorry, I'm sorry I didn't listen. I hardly deserve forgiveness for my hard-headed decision. I bow and beg until my own back and legs sore. I'm sorry cause I know this has all been said before. I swear my rebellion isn't healthy. I come on bent knees now, please will you help me? And I chose to be deserted, now I know it wasn't worth it. If you open up the door, I know I don't even deserve it. I'm certain, with every impulse in my nervous, I manipulate my body to disciplining my worthlessness. But only if I see you again, and that's what I would have said if my life didn't end. So I depart with this last one-sided correspondence, saying the same thing in my mind at thesaurus. Alone in the heavens with a scar in my heart, as I resonate the gifts with regrets in my heart. So I wander the farthest, the waters uncharted. The sun didn't rise, so my body fell hardest. If only you could hear me as my soul is above you. I wish before I died I would have told you I loved you.
I can't take care of myself, all by myself. I'm so afraid to be alone.
A face laced with depression expression is gazing in my direction like an angel who's rejected from heaven, stripped of his blessing. And I can hardly recognize the man who stands in my reflection. My clenched hands the weapon, I smash mirrors to segments, a mask of perfection that's cracked from the tension. I ran toward redemption, collapsed at the entrance. I rap for an answer to these passionate questions. My heart's torn open and the scabs are infected. I need security and all that endowment. She says she'll give it to me, yet she's awkwardly balanced. I'll hold your shot glass while you're vomiting invasive. And baby, you gotta save me, see I'm wandering aimless. The truth of the matter's that I'm used to disaster. Prepare for the worst, expect the worst after. Wanted signs on every corner of this island. My smile went missing, please call me when you find it. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die waiting. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die. A night filled with light, laughter, a nice party. I saw you holding hands with them and skipped 5 heartbeats. Enemy armies breach the security. They cut my arms off as I reach for the purity. What vexes me most, the memory ghost. Depression is a vector infecting every host. And the message that I wrote, that I corked with a wet kiss, was sent the F back to me in form of a death wish. I like to think you still think about me, but I think I'm overthinking and my thinking is weak. So F Wall Street, I'm cold investing in heat. I once saved you every message, and now I'm pressing delete. I'm testing my reach, I'm too short to touch heaven. And it's funny how you loved me, then you broke me in seconds. So now it's sadness, my hand is authoring madness. My pain's enough to baffle any doctor in practice. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die waiting. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, I'm so carried away. I know this heartbreak, even if I try staying, but I don't mind if I gotta die. I'm still remembering our promises and clinging to our sentence. And the difference is you didn't, but I actually meant it. I thought that I would make it, yet I'm borderline tentative. We got a huge chance of rain, infinite percentage. I hate the television telling me that it's all natural. It's negative how they distort the real from the action. But I'ma hold my roots, pray to God and stay practical. And when I make moves, then it can't remain tactical. I give it all to you, Lord God. So give me just a small, quick glimpse of your heart. He told me to let go, cause forgiveness is key. Leave the past where it is and start following me. And so I love you and forgive you, though you don't feel the same. Just had to let you know before I go on my way. Now I come on bent knees to ask God for the recipe. He said, guard your heart, cause lately it's affecting me. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you and you're always in my prayers. I know this heartbreak, even if I try waiting, but God's got a bigger plan, so I ain't staying. I still love you, I don't care what you say. I still love you, and that'll never change. I know this heartbreak if you're staying in my memories, but if it's God's will, I'll run back to you eventually. Equipped with sick verses that burst through any surfaces. The next generation, we are the misinterpreted. A trend of backsliding, I'm here to start reversing. And don't overlook my services as a prophetic journalist. With wisdom, discernment, redemption, conversion. I'm taking back our identities and watch Christ refurbish it. This ain't a rap song, it's a session of learning. All these cats below par, I teach a lesson of birdies. Hip-hop's a dying culture and people be acting foolish. For me and Boogie known to speak the native language fluently. Design and stir the tables, I shine and burn the fables. And I don't handle bull, no corrals, barns or stables.
I disable your systems and write my name in binary. Take the heat out the kitchen and throw it to whoever's trying me. I see you eye me, I ninja vanish to the shadows. And I'm ready my aim to shoot my verbal arrows. Cause we're here to dispatch the villains on the attack. Defenders of the good music, turn away the whack. Listen to the raw wisdom when I'm rocking this rhythm. Addicted to the vision to better the life that I'm living. So we'll undo the curses when I'm spitting these verses. Disperse the hurt and reverse the turbulence when I work. The merciless
knowledge and demonstrate. Absorbed tongue fanatic, all the ignorance to limit. Now the scripture meditator when the DJ flipped the fader. Beating me is similar to helicopter simulators. Difficult, it's critical. I'll be crushing imitators, bringing you a wide variety without the sinner flavor accelerator. Inspire life like defibrillators. Intimate invader with the spirit as my savior. Minds I infiltrate, I'm assimilating your fortress. My cordless make you porous, so you scrubs can even absorb this. Optometry, I'm clarifying no distortion. Chorus laced with cannabis, cause one hit be euphoric. Remorseless to haters, don't try to be a savior. I'm supplied with dope flow, pumping out the Vena Cava.
I pull out my lightsaber, cut you faster than lightning. The whack rap Terminator, and we clashing like titans. Cause you're flooding the environment. Generic dance rappers make me sick. Tell my stomach alcohol was Vicodin. Go ahead and try me then. You really wanna test and vex the best, I leave your chest possessed with the hex. Oh yeah, I really took it there. I blind you like a solar flare. Launch you to the sky and cut you up like there was no one there. Me and Knack, you better fear. Dope rap engineer. Apply the flow cannon and I'll blast you through the atmosphere. Return to the earth, I'll be finished with this verse. I feast on the beast, devour rappers for dessert.
Only God knows how I get, I'm an emotional wreck. Every thought that I develop is provoking a sweat. For some reason I still feel like I'm holding this debt, because lately all this flesh has been posing a threat. There's a war that's inside of me, all I feel is anxiety. Over analytical when nobody says hi to me. Suddenly it seems like everybody wants to fight with me, and I can't help but feel like every girl is gonna lie to me. But this is what you find when you kiss on lemon limes, and when every single dime swore that they were gonna die with me. All I ever wanted was a woman to confide in me, who loved who I was, simply not who I tried to be. And I know that I'm blessed with the skill I possess, cause it helps me express all the stress that just hides in me. So I rip it violently till nothing is confined to me. Spit it till my mind is free. Beware of flying debris. I struggle, staring at myself in disgust. I struggle, corrupt, heart covered in lust. I struggle, I'm stubborn and I suffer with drugs. I struggle, but Jesus came and struggled for us. And if it isn't Christ he born, then what can it be? There isn't nothing else special that be coming from me. Why can't you understand that heaven will be something to see? Or why are people so skeptical when something is free? The sky is pitch black, the moon is blood red. Truth locked in a den and the lions are unfed. Alliance of drunk men in defiance of one man who died, suffocated by the weight of our judgment. The generations, babies, bathe the supreme sin, twisting their heads at 180-degree spins. 4 tainted seasons, chapter 3 Ephesians, and 2 ways to act upon one painful reason. Take Paul's example, locked up for speaking the gospel of Jesus, but they called it treason. I seek freedom from the serpent's sight, now he's poised to strike with a poison bite. The Lord replies with rain for 40 nights, cleansing evil. King comes forward to fight. It's hard to speak truth and try to stay alive, cause if you live life abiding by the sword you die. So I struggle, staring at myself in disgust. I struggle, corrupt, heart covered in lust. I struggle, I'm stubborn and I suffer with drugs. I struggle, but Jesus came and struggled for us. And if it isn't Christ he born, then what can it be? There isn't nothing else special that be coming from me. Why can't you understand that heaven will be something to see? And why are people so skeptical when something is free?
Happiness smile, so I fake one back. Life is tug of war and I get no slack. I wanna go forward and never come back. Look at me, I got everything. Nah, there's something my heart seems to lack. This time, watch, sooner or later even the great will fall. Not just a little, but take my all. No one seems to listen, it's okay. I exercise my jaws when I talk to these walls. Mine's never blocked, it's always open. Through my ballpoint pen, words spoken, I'm constructing. Lost in this cave that I've created. It's a bright world, lit by illumination. Camouflage facades are in a mason. All the wrongs I was chasing, now I'm facing my resurrection.
I struggle, staring at myself in disgust. I struggle, corrupt, heart covered in lust. I struggle, I'm stubborn and I suffer with drugs. I struggle, but Jesus came and struggled for us. And if it isn't Christ he born, then what can it be? There isn't nothing else special that be coming from me. Why can't you understand that heaven will be something to see? Or why are people so skeptical when something is free?
Anybody that battles with it as much as we do, and that's everybody. No matter what type of hole you're in, that's real. It's a wrap.
Yeah. In my mind, dark collisions of aggression and wisdom, acting upon actual visions, hoping to pass it and listen. I'm in a maze that defines a labyrinth, but it makes more stronger, like pirates on a canvas. Like I'm an MC, but I'd rather be known for the cause, like the sentinel of a generation, and nevertheless depressed. Pause. You can tell me that I'm not gonna make it, but I'm not hiding feelings, cause my soul is just naked. See, I do it for culture, I do it to death. Better yet, past death. More than the blood, tears, and sweat. I'm a koi fish now, but I'ma turn into a dragon. Whatever happens, no lagging. I'ma start taking action. Got brothers to ride and my fam to provide. See, while I'm alive, I'ma keep you inside my heart. You gotta understand, this is the final step for me to grow into a man. So no time to turn back now. I chose my life and I can't back down. Not just hyping up all these crowds. I'm trying to uplift what's above these clouds. Yo, no time to turn back now. I chose my life and I can't back down. Not just hyping up all these crowds. I'm trying to uplift what's above these clouds.
Hey yo, we send through the lungs and exhalation out the mouth again. Convert the oxygen to inspiration and empowerment. It's the efflorescent future manifested in the lyricist. The message that connects within the hearts of those who hear it. Directed with experience and tempered like a perfectionist. Caress the mic with excellence, my method is so affectionate. Influence under my feet, no inclination to the temptation. My music is true love and metaphorical representation. I'm frustrated with insolence, some seas are full of this ignorance. But here without these sins, be quick to cast the first igneous. So I drop the rock and righteous inclination. It's the process of maturity like fetal incubation. Convey the narrow path with no craving of being famous. Adjust your focus to the hope pulsating inside of the statements. More than NAK, we innovate when we consolidate. We pushing through, kinda like the phase when the water breaks.
No time to turn back now. I chose my life and I can't back down. Not just hyping up all these crowds. I'm trying to uplift what's above these clouds. Yo, no time to turn back now. I chose my life and I can't back down. Not just hyping up all these crowds. I'm trying to uplift what's above these clouds, y'all.
I'm 20 years young, but I still look like I'm 15. Conveying big dreams with these heavenly 16. Mentally quick speed, I took the hardest of bars with the target that be focused on the farthest of stars. Sit back and reminisce in the heart of guitar. I'll fight hard until my body is a part of the tar. Part of my scars, cause things don't always work as I planned. You listen, it's a heartfelt. Yo, I was a pretty normal kid in this pretty normal world. Left the city for the suburbs in a corner of the world. Used to play with fake guns and make them frames flip. Crash them toy whips until the paint chipped. My dad was on a ship and mom worked a steady shift. So she dished me with the siblings and they all had plenty kids. I was the youngest in the group, age differences were huge. My cheeks suffered oodles of kisses for being cute. Only child to boot,
The kid was lonely too, the only thing he can do was thinking and vision. While my friends were always talking about the thing on television, I'm pretending that this stick is a weapon and I'm defending victims. Those were the days, and if it wasn't for them, it's probably safe to say I wouldn't be the person I am. To my family who raised me, I'm eternally grateful. I love you all to death, consider this is my fate. I remember when I used to piss off my every teacher. It was frequent that the dean required me to make a feature. And not to mention my complexion was familiar in detention. My devilment was all for the attention and adrenaline. Since Pops taught me how to mount on a bike, so when I used to sprint fives, Counter-Strike all night, I was the talkative type, but dang, I couldn't relate. When I left private school for one funded by state, about half the school year I didn't have a single friend. Holding my lunch, I spent about $1.50. And it was evident and definite I wasn't visible, so I put on headphones to escape the ridicule. Used to handle CDs before the MP3s, bumping Cannabis Technique and JMT. Wait and see, the kid began to pick up the knack, started to rap with the moniker of a knack. And I was part of the battle and lingering in cruel beef like shots of liquor. I caught a buzz with this cool speech. To all you people who ignored me, I'm eternally grateful. I love you all to death, consider this is my fate. When I thought I had it made and things were going my way, God called my name out, I made an about face. Used to wanna beat my rivals with verses and murk herbs, but Bible verses made me stop dropping them curse words. A long story short, the after years were amazing. It was crazy, trading in recklessness for 180. I'm showing up at Bible study needing someone to share the word of God, despite the fact I was the only one there. I was so tired of sneaking like a hidden affair. Was a victim of the weather with my vision impaired. So clear the tempest, my spirit was in critical care. Fast forward to the present, now it's spirit prepared. Grown up, I'm kinda nervous cause life still isn't easy. In my third year in nursing, the youth group I'm leading. Still this heartbreak, trying to slip out the speakers. And I'll admit I've been depressed since I split with Maria. It sucks, so I took the word, began to read up. But I re-up, look to the sky, now I see dubs. I can't fake it, I'm squashing all the clutches of Satan. You should know that NAK just so determined to make. So make haste into the future, drop a beat, I'ma tear it. Stay constant, speed bumps, scrape the undercarriage. Me and hip-hop, tighter than engagement or a marriage. Every moment I'ma cherish, every mic I'ma damage and hold weight like the matter that's suspending the planet. So with aggression I'ma leave my impression upon this canvas. To everybody in my life, to everybody who is faithful, little Daniel gonna make it. I love you all and I thank you. I always take the time to gaze into the sky, whether it be the clouds or the stars, and I just reflect. Thank you God for bringing me this far, and I thank you all for supporting me. I still remember those days when my parents got mad at me for my failing grades, and I still remember when I used to take the bus home from school with my aunt every single day since 3rd grade. And I remember how I used to complain how heavy my backpack was, and it may sound corny, but being as tired as she was from working all day, she carried it for me. And I remember those days when my cousin Lay used to babysit me. We used to put on our roller skates with the adjustable brakes and play hockey in the backyard using a milk carton and hit it with sticks and rakes. And I remember when I was 8, when I was alone coloring in your room and you tried scaring me by rattling the doorknob, and I started to shake and started crying. I love my family, and thinking about these memories make me start smiling. And I remember how me and my cousins used to go to Burger King and buy those Men in Black sunglasses out of the kids' meal and dance in the living room while my Lolo caught it all on tape. And 10 years later, when we thought we were so real and chill, we sat in that same living room and watched our old recordings while we were still kids on that film reel. Oh, that time we went to Disneyland and that girl was hitting on Carl and he didn't know what to say, and how I got lost on our way out and you didn't find me until the next day. And hey, I remember that time back in high school, that one night we went to a party after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and I was crying in the backseat of Manny's car, feeling like my world would end. But man, these scars are just a testament of these lessons which I had to have been taught either one way or the other. And I remember them nights when me and my brothers used to play Counter-Strike and Rolls Online all night, every night for the entire summer. I remember how we could have almost gone pro. I remember the days when I used to cuss at least 1,000,000 times in every single old track that I know. And I remember back in high school how we used to start beef, 1FA and PSB, but now it seems we're all down for Christ, so now we all on the same team. And there's so many memories that I hold so close to my heart, but in the grand scheme of things, this is only just the start. Heartfelt. When NAK operates, I'm shaking on the tectonic plates. Phonics on display, be making your body oscillate. The heaven sent one, thoughts heavy as 10 tons. Force of 10 lungs, the fury of 10 sons. Of course, I scorch floorboards when recording this a dying rap game. Force the metamorphosis, you can't rip toll if you spit those myth bones. You corny as Rick Roll, I enrich souls. You can't stop me, I'm leaving your chain broke. I tear apart the chords to individual notes. I'm emanating a legacy that's inspiring the face. As I radiate longevity and cryogenic state. So you got a deep crew, well I got a youth group. And you shine the light for whom so all the glory is due. So you cowards ain't thinking you can hurt me. I burst free with Philippians 4:13. I walk this blood street with a fist full of keys, unlocking the links on your wrist and your feet. Christ is the way, the relief that you seek, the hope for the bleak and the strength for the weak. And even though these dark rays permeate the day, we still gotta have faith to create the way. My name is NAK, bent knees to pray, and that's where I'm gonna stay till I see the sun rays. Rhyme refined souls, the provider of the substance. My writing is the sculpture of Christ when he functions. So when the tongue hits, I shift the sediment. God's knocking on your ears, so you better let him in. It's evident, representatives resting it indelibly and elevate the passion that's embedded in the melody. Peddling a vision instead of y'all be inspiring, bringing a revival when the pen hits the psyche. Humanity, take a step back, breathe with a gas for relief. I resuscitate the weak. So know that, and they came here running with cold facts. I'm shining insight, cause I don't come with a roadmap. No facts, cats when I rap and D-gap. Attached to the light, bring it back like a relapse. Faith of a seed, I walk these high seas with Christ behind me. Let the blind see. I walk this broad street with a fist full of keys, unlocking the links on your wrist and your feet. Christ is the way, the relief that you seek, the hope for the bleak and the strength for the weak. And even though these dark rays permeate the day, we still gotta have faith to create the way. My name is NAK, bent knees to pray, and that's where I'm gonna stay till I see the sun rays. Christ from the heavenly, balanced within me. I choose to glorify with every talent he gives me. Ditch the misery, it's a sound for the hopeful. So resound the gospel, resonate the vocals. Close grip souls, force cats to release the concealed inner beast with a masterful steed. Trying to find a meaning, but the world's so shallow. We deep like the parables my master would teach. Be first to speak, yet never holds on my peace. So I stretch out my arms to all humanity. Release these pieces, create the collage. Listen to your God, find truth in the facade. I do it for infinity, I do it for the goal. I do it for eternal well-being of the soul. My vision is a mission, now bridging the division. The redefinition of rap made by a Christian. I walk this broad street with a fist full of keys, unlocking the links on your wrist and your feet. Christ is the way, the relief that you seek, the hope for the bleak and the strength for the weak. And even though these dark rays permeate the day, we still gotta have faith to create the way. My name is NAK, bent knees to pray, and that's where I'm gonna stay till I see the sun rays.
Heartfelt. It's a wrap. Thank you.